All right. Hello, everyone. But you know what? No. Hang on. Let's start with that one. No. For some people, yes, this is highly accurate. Because a lot of people have these things called kids who tend to be little vermin who they don't know how to handle, and the kids are just like, hey, I'm home, mom and dad are home, it's party time. No,
Well,
no, some of us have to work.
a friend of mine had shared this with me, and because they've been working at home all week, and I was like, really? I'm on day 2,158. Y'all are amateurs.
Well, technically, for a while, I was classified as working from home because I was dispatched from home for any of the site visits that I had to do. Because that's the fun thing about certain levels of engineering. You can do it from home as long as you have internet access.
Yep.
It's almost like there are ways to still be a productive member of society and have an actual paying job while not having to leave the house too often.
Oh, this is going to be a long month. That's all I can say.
God.
Yep. It will be.
People who have actual jobs, in other words, not First Amendment frauditors, then.
Not First Amendment auditors, not
no, frauditors.
not
Frauditors.
hang on, let me continue. Not sovereign, don't want to be citizens, not drama llamas for pennies on streaming platforms. I mean, there are a myriad of people here that would fall under that tag, would fall under that label.
You mean
I
like,
wonder who you could be referring to.
I don't know. I'm just digging through some stuff, and yeah.
Well,
So, can I get everybody's opinion here? Just a Marine preparing for quarantine.
hang on. Let's pin it. Let's pin it. No, I would say that is a Marine preparing for a long weekend.
I was going to say deployment, but close enough.
Well, no, they don't have to worry about it for deployment because they're provided that by the Marine Corps itself.
I don't remember if I talked about this here or with another group of idiot veterans, but right after the first quarantine happened in Korea, the garrison commander for Army Humphreys had an online town hall on Facebook.
Oh boy!
And somebody asked him, "Are you concerned about the Marines going hungry once the PX's supply of crayons runs out?"
Oh,
The garrison commander actually laughed.
Hey, if I was a Marine, I would have too.
Oh.
Oh, that's good. I mean, hey, there is. Damn, comedy is one good way of trying to stay alive.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because that's the thing. The stress that. The stress that a deployed service member has to deal with, the only way to mitigate it is by laughing at the fucked up shit that gets presented to us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, and usually that's what way too many cities misunderstand completely. But that's nothing new. That has probably been going on for thousands of years. Not even kidding.
Well, yeah, because you have to remember, even back in the Roman Empire, back in those days, they had quite the graffiti that would actually take place in a number of their towns. A lot of people... The ruins at Pompeii really are amazing because of how quickly that entire area was flash preserved. It really has given quite the insight of what actual day-to-day life in the Roman Empire in a quote-unquote resort town like the neighboring town was like, and then the blue-collar town, which was more of Pompeii. you get such good preservation there.
Yeah, please tell me there's a guy frozen in time spray painting or painting a dick on a wall as the volcano erupted.
I don't know if they got the remains of someone by the phallic imagery that was put up there, but
That's the rumor.
But they found a lot of it. The
Is my
question
response adequate here?
the question is which rum?
That's true. She didn't specify. She just said the rum.
Because not all rum is made equal.
I'm assuming that it's good rum. So
If we're talking top shelf spiced rum, then yeah, fucking hand that shit over.
no, her shoes are on the top shelf. Remember?
Oh, true. Well, it is entertaining to see her try to reach them.
Oh, wait, because that's her next response. I can't reach that. My response is you must ask the store associate to get the items from the top shelf.
The things that she has at the ready for that is just top tier.
This is why I don't try to get into a meme war with her, because I'm afraid I will lose.
Oh no.
Because I've got a 95% chance of her beating me on every one.
Oh no. There is no chance of you losing a meme war to her. You will lose, not just because of the quality of the memes, but the fact that hers are self-made. Kevin does have a point.
Yeah. Well, look at his response though. I mean, I know 6-year-olds that can come up with better insults than that.
Isn't it?
Sorry.
That reminds me.
Your mom. Wow.
So
This guy was a branch
last-
of infantry, right?
I believe so. I'm not positive.
Oh, airborne, so frontline combat. Okay, so
Yeah.
So here's something. Here's a little insight. Every command, I mean, hell, I would even say every fire, all the way down to the fire team level for the Marines and Army, or just the individual shift level in a shop for the Navy and Air Force. Every place has that one person that no one wants to be around, no one wants to be friends with, and people just tolerate. Now, here's the key. If you can't immediately identify at least one person that fits that description, it was you.
Yeah.
And,
So I'm going to be on the shows tomorrow, by the way,
oh,
On the I network?
on the I Network.
Yeah, high network.
Now here's the thing though. Had I known that Shannon was doing it tonight, I probably would have said no, because how do I follow Shannon?
with a mop and bucket to clean yourself up with.
No, if you're gonna be following Shannon, you can be honest that your eyes are at like 30 degrees down.
I'm not gonna say anything. I will neither confirm nor deny those facts, as I will plead the fifth.
Now, that is the thing. There are people out there, there are creators out there who, yes, they can be visually and physically attractive, but that's just the tip of the iceberg with them. And then you actually get to hear them talk and how intelligent they actually are and how well thought out their actual positions are. I'm done at that point.
Are you talking about the intellectual hard-on?
Yes. Big, well, and it's not just intellectual either. There's also the personality aspect of it too. You can have someone who is visually stunning. But if they're a complete bitch, sorry, no.
God damn it, logical.
Or moron.
Well, stupid can be tolerated to a point, because if it is just ignorance, ignorance can be addressed. Ignorance can be fixed within reason.
You sure about that?
I said within
Ignorance,
Do I need to bring
reason.
up a former tweet?
Ignorance can be
ignorance,
fixed,
yes.
not stupidity.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Duct tape helps.
Jared, internal chat.
Oh,
Some.
she.
Oh, no, I got better. Our own Jared responded to a tweet.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that one. Fuck. No. Before we show the reply, scroll up. Well, actually, no. Click on her tweet. Let's read this and let it sink in.
You know,
Members of Congress should not be allowed to own individual stock. We are here to serve the public, not profiteer. It's shocking that it's even being allowed up to this point. Again,
What?
members of Congress should not be allowed to own individual stock. As in,
I
you
don't
can't buy stock for
follow.
companies.
Well, so
Now,
Follow.
there is something to that though, because it's an insider trading issue. They have insight to things that nobody else does, and several of the congressmen in question regarding this immediately after a classified briefing of how fucked we all are, went and sold millions of dollars in stock.
Okay, that I can agree with. Yeah,
Now, here's the
in
thing.
that way, yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't disagree with that point. However, go ahead and move the mouse.
I said unfollow him.
Says the congresswoman who advocated for a pay raise in her first year, nay, inside her first few months in office, because if we don't do it, we'll just find other ways to increase our income. Do you really think our memories are shorter than your attention span, AOC?
Did she seriously do that?
Yes.
Yes, she did. Because apparently 174,000 a year is not enough for them to live off of.
Yeah, 174 and change, yeah.
What the hell?
She hadn't even been sworn in for 6 months, and she was already going down that route. Mind you, this is also the economy major who said this wonderful gem. The reason why unemployment has dropped is because people are working 2 jobs.
What? The huh? That's almost like saying 2 + 2 is 5.
No, it's fish.
What the hell?
Well, anyways, what brought on her
I'd
tweet? What brought
I'd
on her
like
tweet from
to hear
today?
her reasoning for that one.
Oh, what brought on her tweet for that today? Breaking news at 10:51 Eastern this morning. Senator Richard Burr from North Carolina, Republican from North Carolina, says he has asked for a Senate Ethics Committee to review stock sales he made weeks before the market began to sink in response to the coronavirus pandemic. He also defended the sales, saying he relied on solely public news reports to guide my decisions regarding the sale of the stocks. End quote.
He was in one of those classified briefings, and he sold before everybody else was selling. So, and also there were other people that were calling for that inquiry before he called for it himself. I can see call for it to clear my name, but he was a little behind the curve.
Wink, wink.
Well, yeah, no inquiries you'll be able to find anything definitive about it, but just the timing.
Highly questionable.
Yeah.
Now, most people, I mean, Supreme Court justices, a lot of senators, the people that walk into the job with stock, as soon as they walk into the job, they sign over rights for decision making on all of their stocks to an outside firm. So that, yes, they can still make money on their stocks, but they don't personally have any say on what actually happens because they know the position they're in.
Yeah.
Well, I hope the wording is monetary influence. or something
And
to that effect.
it's not necessarily monetary influence, because in Congress they have sway over which different sectors of the economy are about to get a shitload of government money, or about to have a shitload of money taken away from a certain aspect of the economy. So if they have control of buying or selling stock, they have it's insider trading. I mean, it's Martha Stewart. But if I have $10 million in stocks,
it's
that
not
Jared,
technically insider trading and how the
Yeah.
law is written, but I get what you're
But
saying.
it
unnatural.
should still be made illegal. So
it's
to,
unethical.
be just to make sure that you are above board or as close to
It
it as possible.
effectively amounts to the same thing, but it isn't.
It is.
Do
It
you
is.
guys all have protection against stupid, Handy?
Oh boy.
That would be a flamethrower
The fact.
No.
The
I
fact.
meant brain
or a
protection.
Zippo backpack.
The fact that you had to ask that really makes me curious on what you found.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good meme.
Which one?
The hell?
What the hell? Was that a naked person?
Yes.
They must want their food that bad.
Is that a Wendy's?
I don't.
Oh, hold on. I think
We find out here.
I have a meme for that.
Well,
Yeah, that's a
to
Wendy's.
be fair, that guy is so fat that you can't even consider him.
Are you sure that's a guy?
Well, hey, just go with it. Consider him to be someone who is brandishing his junk with that flappy stomach.
Yeah, here we go.
I have seen man boobs that big. Yes,
Okay, hang on.
that Legos.
Let's pin
Yeah,
this.
that Legos meme.
They
Now
they
I'm
said a
saying it.
mask and
Legos.
gloves were enough to go to the grocery store. They lied. Everybody else had clothes on.
Nice. You like my new Lego set?
Oh yeah, I saw that one. And the fact that they painted on masks on some of the faces. That is a wonderful touch right there.
Yeah, that needs to go to the server.
Oh God.
It's like the other one I posted in the. Let me pull. Grab it here.
17654. Now, which one is that actually?
Oh, the actual Lego kit.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
Somebody's a bit obsessed, I think.
You think?
Here we go. Okay, let's try this one.
You know, it's almost like even though we... yes, I remember reading this one.
Yes, I saw that one.
Actually, let me go ahead and do that. Grandpa,
Nice.
what did you do during the great coronavirus panic of 2020?
I stocked up on sugar paper because I knew I wasn't going to find any for 2.5 weeks.
No. You got to see the image in the bottom of it.
He's on a phone, I think. He won't see it.
Well, son, I had a very dangerous job. I was a tail gunner on a Charmin delivery truck.
I've seen that one too.
Oh yes,
Oh, no,
Arnold.
but, okay, let me give it to you like this. It was beautiful because last Friday, during the midst of the shortage of toilet paper, there was an 18-wheeler rollover in Arkansas. Guess what it was carrying?
Ooh.
Nothing but toilet paper.
I can imagine.
Well, okay. Well, when it rolled over, some of those rolls continued to roll because they rolled downhill.
Well, thankfully, all I've seen in terms of empty shelves is alcohol and ethanol for wood for
I haven't
stoves.
seen that here yet.
See, now that's how it should be.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, except I mean I'm even better than that because I didn't have to go buy that stuff. I still have some before
I
the
don't-
pandemic started.
I don't get the toilet paper and fucking tissues hysteria that comes with anything like this. I don't get it.
Hey, I've talked to several of my friends and my sister-in-law who is an ER nurse again now. They've also been talking about that, and they don't think that that it's because of an intellectual decision. You know, like some of people who contract the coronavirus get diarrhea, so we have to buy a lot of that. That's a lot of toilet paper in case that happens to us. They don't think that's what's happening.
No, that's
They
not
just
what's
think
happening.
people are stupid and they think everything is going to shut down. And what can you not live without toilet paper, apparently? Because you can't use anything else like rolled up newspaper.
You could use the 3 shells.
I was gonna say I only have one question. Who the fuck knows how to actually use those damn things?
You don't know how to use the 3 shells?
I'm sure that if we go to Reddit and look for it, I have no doubts that there are livid discussions around that subject alone, still to this day. And how long ago was the movie put?
Demolition Man.
Oh no! Oh no! So
I need to correct that perspective on in one aspect. Is that the person you talked to said that they don't think they think that humans are irrational and stupid. I know they are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, you know what? Anamorphic Mind in the chat has a wonderful question.
Uh-oh.
When are we all going to dress up as zombies and walk around?
I would if this country was not so prevalent in gun owners.
Yeah.
Well, hey, come over here and do it then.
Or
see, here's the thing, Furball. Here's the thing. Okay, you can go out and dress up like a zombie where I live at, as long as you wear 300 square inches of hunter orange. Nobody's going to shoot you.
No, you just you just have to remember, because keep in mind, guys, Furball is still active army. You just need your PT belt.
There you go.
Yeah, that'll save you from everything.
Yeah.
You wish.
We're streaming.
Here we go.
What you left out though was the fact that where you live at, you have zombies wandering around in their front yard because they're methed out of their mind.
Why?
I'm trying not to admit the fact that I live in the meth capital of Missouri right now. Okay, coronavirus be damned. These motherfuckers are still out there trying to steal shit so that they can get their methamphetamine. Although I did hear the price of methamphetamine had dropped to 2 rolls of toilet paper each.
I heard it was 2.5.
2 rolls or a small thing of hand sanitizer.
Yeah. The photo that Burns is showing right now, I'm confused because I can't see a claymore anywhere. But I can see some weird shit in the middle, but I just can't see what it is.
So with the hoarding of toilet paper and paper products, I was in Hawaii in 2008, and they were the dock workers in California went on strike, I think it was. So basically everything coming into Hawaii was shut down. The first thing that sold out was the fucking toilet paper and paper towels. Not the food, not any other survivables, but just like today, the toilet paper and paper towels. So there is something deeply ingrained. There's something deeply ingrained in the human monkey brain. If there's a problem, stock up on shit you can wipe your ass with.
Hang on, Furball. There is actually a really simple explanation for that because of where you were at, Hawaii. There is actually a good amount of food that is and you could call it domestically procured there in Hawaii. So food is less of a concern. But when it comes to when it comes to paper goods and other things that are not manufactured on the islands and have to be imported in, your natives there, your born and bred Hawaiians know which items those are. So once there's a potential hiccup in shipping, they know what to grab.
Spam
and
comes from the
especially-
mainland. There's no way that Hawaii could live without spam.
If the shit hits the fan, you can still live off the ocean.
Oh, okay, okay. And
I mean, natural resources too.
so here's something you got to remember, though, Furball. How many of your native Hawaiians already had a stockpile of spam?
True. And how
Without
many of them
eating it?
already had
I mean-
like 50 to 80 pounds of it around their stomach as well?
And so that's where you got. There is some nuance to it. What I don't understand is why the toilet paper now. I honestly have never seen those types of items be the ones to fly off the shelves. Now, when there is the threat of a storm or something where people are going to be stuck inside for a potential extended period, here in New England, the first things off the shelves, bread and milk.
Logical
Yeah,
thing.
but and they although they are what do you call them, perishables? You know, they go bad rather quickly.
Yeah.
They can if you don't know how to
Both
care
of 'em.
for them, yes, but that's also why you grab them quick so they don't spoil on the shelves, and so you still can actually partake of them. But you go from the bread and milk to your canned goods, then you see that shit clear out. And
Yeah, I mean,
again,
that's a good idea.
yeah, again, stuff that makes sense, but toilet paper,
Yep.
Yeah.
paper towels,
And
Don't make sense.
Well, something else that doesn't make sense is that the people spouting that this coronavirus is a corporate hoax to get people to buy a lot of shit.
Oh, shit.
If that were true, it wouldn't be stuff that has a long shelf life. It would be the stuff that has a very short shelf life. Because you can hoard a lot of toilet paper and a lot of canned goods, but that doesn't mean that you'll necessarily use it all before this pandemic is gone.
well,
I
even
mean,
then,
bread, milk, fruit, for example, that will go bad way before that.
Yep.
That's one of their ideas as to why this is a hoax.
Yeah.
It's just to get people to buy stuff.
well,
I mean, yikes.
here's the there is some bit to that, but so ML2 does point out that I think it originated in Australia when people got concerned about Chinese demand due to factory shutdowns there draining Australian supply, and from there it spread. Yes, people are stupid, and never underestimate the power of stupid people in large numbers.
Yeah, it's what is the saying? You. The individual is smart, but groups of people are
The
usually
mob is
stupid.
dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The individual is smart, the mob is done. And guess what we have here in America now? We have the mob.
More of them.
No,
Led by Trump.
oh no. No, there is
Not
no
only
political
that.
there is no political divide there. The mob is retarded on all sides of that.
Holy crap. Okay,
What?
I was just looking for something.
The roto wipe?
How many? I wanted to search for toilet paper factories in Australia. They should be able to resource it themselves, right? I didn't get very far because now I see an article from today.
Mhm.
People using T-shirts as toilet paper
yeah.
cause sewer backup in California.
Okay, now wait a second. I can explain why people are having to do that in Australia. Okay,
Yeah.
well think about it. What happened to most of the trees in Australia?
Burnt down.
So guess what happened to their toilet factories? They ran into a massive shortage of of the ability to make shitter paper.
Shit wiping. Yeah. Oh boy.
It almost feels like until 2 weeks ago, everybody was not properly wiping their ass.
Or washing their hands.
Exactly. I love that meme. The meme was like, now that we're all washing our hands, next week we're covering colors.
Oh no. Oh no. Hang on. I need to find it. Because
But
Jay, you are going to show this one on air,
Words.
and I know it's going to be borderline. But you know
Hey, it's
what?
your channel, man.
But you know what?
Unfortunately,
Fuck it. It's deserved because now, mind you, this was a drawing from a child.
uh,
Can I get a
most
drum
people,
roll, please?
See, I got the solution to no toilet paper.
but
A bidet?
I'm sure that the good things that people have learned because of all this, they will forget it over time. Oh yeah, that one.
And the timing of that. Welcome, Coral. Nice to see you tonight.
Hi guys, how you fuckers doing?
Oh,
You just
I'm
walked
doing
in on
okay.
some butt stuff. That's all.
It's all good. It's all
We're
good.
different.
I actually saw that meme, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And so then I clicked on it. And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's awesome."
Yeah, that's one of those. Do I
pretending to be
really
Uni
want
Rock.
this in my browser history?
You
right.
need a green screen there, Jake.
I know.
There was
I need a green
another-
screen and a green bandana, but I'm working on it. Halloween costume idea, I think.
Oh.
Oh wait, I don't want to mentally scar those children. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's being Nathan Thompson. That'll scar them.
Did you guys see the important message from cumrags.inc?
No.
Yes, it is hysterical. It says, "Dear friends, family, and customers of the Cumrags community, I wanted to personally provide you with an update on how we at Cumrags are addressing the challenges of the coronavirus. The challenges of the coronavirus, we have valued customers nationwide and know that many of our communities have already been impacted, as you can imagine, during these turbulent times of self-distancing and self-quarantining. Masturbation has become a focal point of many people's lives in ways never before seen. As such, Cumrags have seen our sales rocket. Our main goal is keeping our customers and our employees safe, and that's why we're urging customers to limit the amount of Cumrags they order to only 3 or 4. While it may be tempting to give in to the hysteria and stockpile of the Cumrags, we recommend responsible rationing at this time of need and fear so that every family has adequate access to our clean, fresh wankerchiefs."
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. Whoever
I
is
love
in
that
their
one.
whoever is in their PR
Let's
department.
get my wife choking
Fucking
over here on her
kudos.
sandwich.
So, do we start dressing like this immediately, or is there a specific amount of time?
How do I not have wankerchiefs?
Wait,
I-
wait. Say that again, babe. What did you have? Should you have not put on that sandwich?
The World Health Organization has announced that dogs cannot contract COVID-19. Dogs previously held in quarantine can now be released. To be clear, who let the dogs out?
Yeah, I saw that.
I
Well,
But
love that one
unfortunately,
so
they
much.
can also carry the virus in their fur. But yeah, that's why I'm not, walking the neighbor's dog anymore because of it.
Right.
Nice.
So we've gone from how to properly wash your hands to how to properly wipe your ass to how to color between the lines. Mike71 says next week we work on using your blinker. Dude, you need to temper back those expectations.
Whoa, slow down.
Yeah, if
don't
you
wanna
think that's
overload
going to
them.
happen, you really need to get onto Reddit and search for idiots in cars.
Hey,
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
wait a second. Y'all take it easy on that turn signal shit. I got to go back and take my driving exam over again next week. There's that
Are you
thing
sure about that?
Hey,
Well,
Hey,
that,
I hear from credible sources that you don't have to you don't need a driver license as long as you're traveling.
Bo,
there's something to be said there. But 5 years ago today, I got a DWI, and yeah, that
Well,
thing kind of
you
hurt.
can't get a DWI if you're just traveling.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
I
yeah.
recently heard a sovereign citizen dumbass use that argument while having been pulled over while drunk, and says, "No,
Oh,
I can't get a
God.
DWI because I'm not driving. I'm traveling."
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I so
stupid.
wish I was a road cop because I want to get one of
Yeah.
those guys. And when he tells me I can't get a DWI because I wasn't driving, I was traveling. Because my next question would be, all right, sir, if you were to try and move your car forward, which gear would you put your car in? I don't see a travel on the steering column.
No, but most people would most of those idiots would still say, "No, no, it's not a car, sir. It's my conveyance."
Conveyance,
I mean,
yes.
or
Well,
automobile.
your
They'll still keep to it.
conveyance doesn't have a travel gear. It has a
I know.
drive.
My personal
But hey,
property or something like that.
sovereign citizens aren't exactly,
Well, actually,
accused of being the strongest minded people in the
well,
world.
so here is something to keep in mind that really screws their argument. Their whole thing about I'm not a driver, I'm a traveler, really comes down to the fact that original legalese, a driver was a professional driver, like a taxi or limo operator, or even a
Commerce.
city and school bus operator, a professional license holder that operated and they were in charge of transporting people as their job. That's why the names have actually legally changed to operators licenses.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
Well, actually, they get
Way
that from an
of-
out-of-date law dictionary, and law dictionaries aren't the law.
and
Yeah.
this is the
That
other
too.
part.
Yeah.
Black's Law Dictionary, that it is just that. It's a freaking dictionary, not law. It's not part of the law. It's just a dictionary.
Because trust me, the term driver is defined in our laws as well. So
Yeah, in Korea, obtaining a driver's license is a professional level of education. Koreans and the Korean law view someone with a driver's license as a professional. That way, if you get into an accident, you have violated your profession, even if it's not your fault.
Same thing in Japan.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, here's a question. This is for the Americans in the audience.
There we go.
From the time you started the process until the time where you could drive unrestricted, how long did it take you?
Ha! I bet I can beat that.
Does
Whatever people say.
hold on? Does natural phenomenon count in delaying the process?
No.
Oh well, in that case,
How about a dickhead father? How about a dickhead father?
That'll do it.
No, once you started the process, how long did it take you to have the full license?
I had to
Does
take driver's
driver's
ed twice
ed
because of
count?
I would say 2 years. In South Dakota, at 14, you can get a learner's permit, and you can drive with someone over the age of 18. And then at 16, you can get a driver's license. So 2 years at the most
yeah,
if
that's
you
about
did
right.
it at 14.
Yeah, I didn't start until I was already 16. And I had a driver's ed course in high school that I had to go to. And then I took that right before I was able to go test. So from start to finish, it was only a couple months.
Yeah,
Damn, you're still way slower.
Oh no. Average is anywhere from a matter of a few days to a few months, depending on the state, and
Yeah.
depending on when you start the process. So keep that in mind. Now, does anyone want to take a guess how long that same process takes in Japan?
isn't it 2 years?
Yeah,
More,
it's years.
more.
And
More.
how much? How much? I know when I was in the Netherlands, almost every adult Dutch citizen that I was a friend of did not have a driver's license in their 20s and 30s because it cost thousands of dollars in training and testing, and most of them didn't get a license until they were in their mid-20s.
Yeah.
And I got mine for free. Ha! Oh, glorious.
Fuck socialism.
Well,
No, not
so
socialism.
hang on.
I got my driver license as a conscript. So no, and I got that a driver license plus the part of the license that covers heavy trailers,
Oh, the
not for trucks, but regular cars with heavy trailers.
one of the
Within a
CDL
week.
types in the U.S.
Within a week. Yeah. Within a week, and there is no restriction after that. I don't have to log X amount of hours with a license holder in a car. I have a full license at that point.
All right, so mine was actually similar because of the town that I lived in. I didn't go through the learner's permit. I just went straight for my license after turning 18. It took a whopping day and a half.
I believe that.
And that was only because I could not take the written test and the practical test on the same day.
Isn't there something about in Canada, or at least some parts of Canada, where to drive a big rig, you don't necessarily have to take, you don't actually have to have a license for it?
No, that has changed. It used to be the case, but because of how much trucking and shipment has become regulated and enforced regulation, yeah, that changed.
Yeah, I mean that, and
but
the first time I heard that, I thought it was insane.
But let's get back to the guesses. We were last at 2 years, and that was not even close.
So the average for an American to get a driver's license?
No, for Japan.
No, for Japan. For Japan.
Oh, Japan?
Oh.
Ooh. 5 years?
More.
No, thank you.
10.
7. From the
I bet you though that if I were driving over there, I wouldn't spend near as much time as I have spent over here looking at other people going, "What the fuck are you doing?"
No, you still get that.
Japanese
But
drivers
not near as
are
much, I'm pretty
different,
sure.
though. Japanese drivers are different though, because they have massive congestion and they treat each other with respect and dignity as you drive. They know how to zipper 2 lanes into one.
True.
Very effectively most of the time too, yeah. But it's the same thing. It takes 7 years to get your full unrestricted license, and your insurance rates are high, and part of why it ends up being like that is just like in Korea. In Japan, every licensed driver is considered a professional operator of a motor vehicle, which is why we had an E3 up at Sugi hit a pedestrian.
Oh no.
The gift, not the fine, not anything dictated by the court stemming from the accident, the gift alone to the family of the victim, $1 million US.
Oh my god.
Ouch.
Scheiße. Das ist nicht gut, Mann.
I'm pretty sure I told this story before, but so in Korea, as everyone is viewed as a professional driver, if you get into a car accident, you're both at fault. You're both going to get a fine, you're both going to get a ticket, you're both going to have problems. So it is the tradition in Korea that you don't call the cops. You handle it in person on the street, and you haggle over who's actually at fault, and the person that's at fault pays the other person money. That way you don't have to call the cops. So I was driving to work one day last year at the corner of Death, which is a 4-lane unrestricted, cars don't stop, and you just kind of have to force your way through.
I know this story.
Oh, and so the corner is gridlocked. I'm going through, all the traffic to the left is trying to get 1 block to the right. So they're trying to go through straight. I just need to go through my intersection. Finally, there's an opening. I cut my way through, and a car coming from the right tags the back of my car. My car, let me turn on my camera, is a piece of shit. I spent $400 on my car. And he tagged a corner of my car that was already massively damaged.
Dude, lights.
There we go.
There we go.
So I just wanted to walk away. Let's walk away. We're done. My car's a piece of shit. Let's go. Oh, different camera. So I called one of my soldiers, who is a Korean national. He's an American soldier, but he's a Korean national. He comes out to haggle for me. Again, I just want to walk away. So he comes up, he starts haggling with the other guy, and he's talking to him, and he comes over to me, and he's like, hand on my back. Are you okay, sir? Do you need to go to the hospital, sir? Are you okay? You're not hurt or anything. Okay. No, you're good. Okay. And he walks back to the other guy, and he comes back to me, and he says, okay, he's willing to pay you $50 if everything's okay. Hey, what?
Sure.
I kind of cut him off. He fucked up my car like 1% more than it was already fucked up, but I'll take $50.
Sure, I'll take it.
Right.
Threaten me with a
So-
good time.
I made $50 that day.
Rock on.
Which, Furball, you're not completing the rest of that story is where the $50 went.
The strippers.
Keep in mind. Keep in mind, he's back at home.
Oh. It didn't
So-
go to strip. It went to his alcohol. It went to his alcohol ingestion.
It did definitely go to my alcohol ingestion, but to finish the story that everybody would like to have, and I've told this story on here as well, I went down to Busan one weekend, and it was for their Sandcastle Fest out at the beach. Decided to spend the night, and I'm walking up and down the strip there, and in Korea there's tons of massage parlors, just a shitload, and I've never had a Thai massage, so I thought, I'm kind of sore. I'd like to get a Thai massage. So I go in for the Thai massage. They bring me to the room. I change into the little shorts and the shirt that they put on. Everything's kosher. I'm not naked, swear to God. And a girl that's like 2'1" tall walks in, not a muscle on her body. And I'm on my back, and she starts working. And she doesn't use her hands. She uses her elbows and her knees
Yep.
and the blade of her arm,
Oh,
and almost makes me cry.
Oh,
right.
wait. She
Beat you up.
She didn't go to the heel.
No, she did not use heels. I didn't get walked on.
Well,
At
no,
one point-
no. Oh no, I'm not talking getting walked. I'm talking where she grabs your ankle and then uses her heel at the
I'll be right
bottom
back,
of your
guys.
ass cheek to really get the top part of the hamstring.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, she did that. Yeah, she pulled it on the leg. Yeah. So at one point, the only 4 points of contact on my body were her elbows in the middle of my back, and her knees on the back of my calves.
Oh,
That's the only points of contact she has with the ground. So she works the back, she rolls me over, she starts working on my legs, and she works on the thighs, she works on the calves, and she gets up higher and stops. Wait, wrong camera. And she sits there for about 20 seconds. And then she works on my thighs and my legs, my feet, and she works her way back up to my thighs and stops for about 20 seconds. As it's just getting awkward. And then she slowly crawls up and she gets face to face with me and says, "Excuse, would you like me to massage here?" And taps me on the dick. I politely declined, and she was disappointed that she wasn't going to get a tip that night.
No.
Get a tip or the tip.
The tip.
I did not go back for any more Thai massages.
See, that's not so much the Thai massage. That is the location you went.
That's Korea. That's
That-
just Korea.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's West Dallas 2. It's West Dallas 2 at Industrial and Sylvan Avenue.
I don't want to know why you know that so specifically.
because that was early on in my armed career in armed security. That was one of my first assignments for the triads. We guarded 3 of their parlors.
Well, I will say this. I did not have that sort of follow-on experience to the only Thai massage I got, because I was a good little boy, and I did mine right on the pier, right off of the ship.
You massage yourself?
No, I got it. I got a Thai massage on the pier because they had a bunch of tents set up when we got there. So it was
that's smart.
open air.
That's
open
smart.
air.
If you give in to the soldier slash sailor slash stupid young person's desire to be touched by a woman, right there on the pier where they can't get a handy, less likely chance they'll go in town to get one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this was a kindler, gentler, integrated Navy, and yeah. Although the port brief did actually say, if you are out and about and you are questioning whether or not the person you're talking to is a male or female and you can't tell by look, don't be afraid to do a cup check.
Just assume they're the same gender as you. That's it.
Right. I was gonna say you just assume that they probably are the same gender and go from there and have fun. You know.
The port briefs before pulling into Thailand were so epic and hilarious.
Oh, I would not be able to keep a straight face, I'm sure.
Oh, the captain didn't expect us to, because so the captain has to approve all the port briefs before they get aired on the CCTVs. And each time, because we pulled into both Pattaya and Phuket, we hit both sides of Thailand in that aspect. And there was a game that was played on each port brief. Katoy or not Katoy? And yeah, that nothing was hidden, and it was quite the game, because they'd start in on the face, and then they'd start panning down, and you'd see some wonderful artistry on the chest, and then you go down, and they would stop right when you see the belly button and ask, Katoy or not Katoy? And
It's always not.
No, it is always Katoy, because you always get the twig and berries in that show. And then of course there's that whole, we have deemed these areas as off limits. They are black zones. No one's supposed to go there. You get close to there and you see all the chiefs and officers in there.
Right. That's where everybody's at.
See, now, when I was in Bosnia in 2000, and as part of that, you could go on R&R to Budapest. And they had their unofficial places you could go. It's like, we're not saying you can go here, but the rest of them, you're going to get herpes. These 3, you won't. Just saying. Just saying.
I mean, at least they were looking out, you know?
They were. I mean, yeah. And, God, I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. But they would, whatever this club, it was a house, let's be honest. It was a house with, women that would bang in it. And they had a guy out in front of our hotel at 7 p.m. and he was there until 3 a.m. doing nothing but calling cabs to get us there.
Wow.
Well, at least you knew where everyone was going.
Yeah, and there was one guy that went and brought all of his DVDs, because, yes, that's how old I am, and he was the DJ one night. Didn't look at the chicks. He was in a different fucking room, and all he did was played music.
So you're not old enough to know what a video CD is?
I do know what 8-track is. I still have a collection upstairs.
No, you have to use a format that has been used all over the planet. 8-track
was not correct. And 8-track is also not very deployable. It's bulky.
It's also not very good quality-wise.
No, you want the old what is that, wire audio?
Yeah, the Danish invention. Yeah, no thanks. 2 kilometers on one spool, and they snap like crazy. No thanks. And I've handled them. At least it's easy to repair them, because you just have to use a certain, can't remember what the knot is called, but a special type of knot if the wire snaps. But hey, I mean, no, they're crappy. Although a surprisingly good audio quality for what you're actually using.
Ooh, Mike71 has a good
wire?
question. What about Laserdisc?
Oh,
God, I remember those
Ooh.
fucking things.
The question is, does he mean the majority of laser discs, or when they try to produce laser discs where they recorded the video digitally? Because they did try that once.
I think
Go
he's
very far with it.
I think he's referencing the ones that were essentially a CD the size of an LP.
A record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, you gotta step back one model before the Laserdisc. It was the video disc on vinyl. Using a gold needle.
I've never
are you
seen
talking
that
about
one.
Seen that.
Are you talking about CVD? Where they use capacitive recording? It's a capacitive recording. It's not a groove, but it's a capacitive thing. They're like floppy disks.
Going to bed?
They're very, very thin.
No,
the one I'm
these
talking
were
about.
actually like hard as vinyl, but you had to use a gold needle and you had to flip it halfway through the movie.
Okay.
Good night, little furball.
Oh, the capacitive discs.
That
Yeah.
was
They look like records inside.
they weren't floppy like a floppy disk, but they were hard like an LP.
Yeah,
there
they were
was
called
format that was like
capacitive
that.
discs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, for nerds who want to know about this stuff, go to a channel called Techmoan. TECHMOAN, without any spaces. He's an awesome guy with that kind of nerdy stuff.
Well, the world fails. I've got my Commodore 64. I'm set.
Hey. I do too. I just can't find my modem stuff anymore. So I guess I'll have to build a new one.
I think I've seen someone rig a network card to work on a Commodore.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I mean,
One kid down.
I have had my computer on the internet, although it was over a radio, but still. I can still send emails using it.
Nice.
There's kit
over the APRS network.
there's kit modules you can get to plug into the card slot on Commodore 64s and give it Ethernet.
Oh yeah. Or they had USB modules. You can have a USB device.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hey, I ran packet wrap for 3 years on a Commodore 64.
And that was almost what I was talking about. But sending emails over the APRS network.
Someone had
on radio.
someone had a way to modify it. They could use Twitter on a Commodore.
All right, cool.
You give someone who's adept at programming enough time, yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah, but think about this. You have approximately half of the Commodore's RAM to work with.
Yep.
So in other words, you've got approximately 32 kilobytes of RAM.
Oh, so
Good luck.
Oh no! No! What you do is you actually do a conversion of the data on that you're getting from Twitter from the HTML, and essentially use it as a BBS instead of an actual website. That way, it's pure text based.
You can actually also extend the memory by using slots, the game slot.
That or get a 120. I have a Commodore 128 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just testing my lighting here in the house, and God, my camera sucks ass.
Well, at least the lava lamp helps.
Well, hey, it's not as bad as a Nikon. So.
Yeah, because it's a
P900.
Mac. I understand.
Yeah.
Just remember, PC Master Race.
Hey, he is using a PC. It is his own personal computer.
True.
I have
No,
a
it's not. It's a
PC.
MacBook. It's a MacBook.
I have a PC right there so that I can work from home. I just can't do what I want on it.
Well, the work issued one. Yeah.
It's locked down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a work issued one too.
Damn encryption.
Well, his is the encryption issue. Other ones, it's corporate IT departments like to play nanny.
Oh yeah, and lock down the computer so you can't even install a weather app.
Yeah,
on a browser extension
it's so
or- yeah.
crazy, and with the encryption, with the what you can install, what's blocked, it's to the point of my productivity is decreased by at least 40% by how slow it runs because of the shit they do to it.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're not even talking about the VPN tunnel slowing things down?
Nope.
It's the computer?
At the office. I mean, the network at the office slows down so bad. Just because everything you do on there is I don't know. I'm not computer smart. That's why I own a Mac.
I would imagine that at the office, they would use a massive server, and you use a laptop to work on, but it's not the laptop itself that's processing things. It's just being used as a terminal.
No.
That's the way to do it, anyway.
No, because of the security aspect to it, you can't have that active tethering back and forth, because otherwise the device would be useless when he's out of the office.
Well, at work, that's how it could be secured.
No,
I have a server.
There's gonna be a lot of filtering
people.
on the gateway between his internal network and the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bo, I have 180 people, none of which have their own desk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they
all have a laptop, and they find a place to sit when they happen to come into the building.
Well, now
what I'm thinking about here is that the way a terminal system is set up, in the way I'm thinking here, is that you can take literally any computer that the IT department, has approved and all that stuff, that has all the software needed on it. You can take any computer and log in, and you have everything that you were used to working on it. You can take your colleague's computer and log yourself in there, and again, you'll have exactly the same stuff. The computer itself is just an empty shell.
See, Bo, hang on, Bo, for a hard point for a terminal that does not relocate, that's actually what the U.S. military does. They do that for their desktop solutions. But when it comes to the mobile platforms, when it comes to the laptops, you lose that functionality because of the limitation of the communication to be able to do that when he's not in the office. And then add in all the stuff on the network traffic that is going to get bogged down. If you go to a virtual client like that for the desktop in office as well, for all the laptops, you're getting next to nothing for throughput on that segment of the network, which that's another thing they do. They portion out and VPN out the network so horribly, but so specifically, and it's all for security reasons. It's also, you are in this department, this is what you have access to, this is all you will ever have access to.
And it's not just that. It's my organization has a lot of exemptions to the standard big military policies because we are so rotational, because we have so many people that nobody has a desk. We all have laptops. I mean, of the 180 people in my building, probably 15 of them have a desk they sit at every day. Everybody else finds a spot and sits. The rest of the military, they have port control, meaning that if I pick up my laptop and I plug it into your port at the desk next to mine, both of our computers are dead, both of our ports are dead, until we put in a trouble ticket asking why.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, like even unplugging and replugging in the network cable at a workstation in my production work center in Washington caused that terminal to stop working until a ticket was put in. And it was all because, hey, we lost connectivity on that port to that IP address. Once you lose connectivity like that, you're done.
Yeah, and I can also easily imagine servers having the sole purpose of monitoring the data stream between each computer on the network. Not what the data is itself, but just the data transfer. So it can monitor, the rhythm of the data, and if there's for any reasons a pattern of streaming data that is both out of the ordinary.
No, they do both. They do that signal path aspect, and they do the actual data filter.
a type of forward error correction, just not for error correction, but for sniffing bad packets.
And it's not even just sniffing bad packets. It is actual active data analysis to make sure things that aren't supposed to be getting out are not getting out, especially deployed units. When you would send an email, the only email that you were allowed to use was your command email. And whenever you sent something outside of the command, it went through the outgoing filter, and if it had one word that was flagged as a filtered word, your entire message would not go out.
Oh, we get hate mail. We get hate mail if we send out an email with a social security number in it, and the email is not encrypted. It'll get blocked.
Yep.
There's all portions of my company that can't even send email outside the company.
Oh, what's great is that if the email comes from from outside of DoD, every link, every photo, every hyperlink is blocked. So, like with Hertz, I travel a lot right now, so I've got all kinds of rewards, memberships, and shit like that. And when I set up with my stuff with Hertz, I use my government email. Well, now when I get an email from Hertz, there is literally nothing I can do with it because every fucking link to include the "I forgot my password" link is blocked when the email comes in.
Yeah. Now, here's a question that you said earlier that if you send an email with a social security number and so on, am I correct in thinking that every single social security number in the U.S. ever has the same number of digits?
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and they only use numbers or also letters?
Just numbers.
It's very specific. It's 323. And based upon where it was issued, not where you were born, based upon where it was, 324, based upon where it was issued is what the first 3 and 2 are. So if you have someone's social security number and you can put it into a database to find out what 3 and 2 are, you can find out which state and what year group it was issued.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds sensible. I mean,
Now,
for us, the first 6 is just the dates of birth, and the fourth last digits is the so-called serial number. Even that is a number ending in an even number, that's a female, and the uneven numbers are male.
You mean
but then again, we only have
so the males are odd.
Yeah. I mean,
I saw that smile, Coral.
You have to admit we are odd.
Yeah, but then again, you have to remember we only have a population of about a bit over 6 million. So it's not all that bad.
One thing that's really creepy is that me and my wife, we're 2 years apart. We're born in the same state, born in the same hospital. Our social security number, the first 3 and 2, exactly the same. It's only the last 4 that are different. I swear to God, we're not brother and sister or cousins. That we know of.
Well,
we used to have a system with the license plates several decades ago where you could look at a license plate and know what city it was from, but not anymore.
In South Dakota, you still can. It's by county. I don't know many other states, but South Dakota, the first 2 digits are the county. So, and 1 through 10 are counties by size. 11 through the rest of the state are counties by alphabetical. So 1 is Minnehaha County, which is Sioux Falls. 2,
great name for a county.
Yeah, it's Native American. You fucking racist.
What? That doesn't sound like a name coming from Morocco.
I can't remember. I can't remember 2 the county, but it's Rapid City. 3 is Brown County, Aberdeen. 4 is Brookings. I just know my home county is 18.
Nice.
So, which county is 421?
That's Colorado.
Some states some states put the issuing
420.
county. Some states put the issuing county on the
on the plate itself.
license plate. but
Yeah.
not every state does. So.
I've seen Florida does, Iowa does, Virginia used to at one point.
Some of them, well, some license plates in Virginia they used to, but it gets complicated because we have like a shit ton of those special plates too.
Yeah.
Vanity plates.
Virginia,
when they do it.
Virginia has 1,000 fucking license plates. I just had to register my car here, and it's like, no, just give me the normal one. I don't want to have to make a decision.
Okay, think of a
Which
hobby,
normal one?
Think of a hobby, a military branch, or some personal organization. There's a special plate for it.
I would like my knitting women over the age of 50 but under 63.
Here's your
We got
plate.
a license plate for that.
Well, you know, Virginia says they're for lovers. When are they going to have the BDSM commemorative plate?
I got to admit that
We have too many
time...
conservatives, but we're working on that.
God, that's true. Corona. I got to admit, every time I drive into Virginia from Maryland, coming across the bridge from D.C., and I see, you know, welcome to Vagina, every time. That's all I can think.
Good. You got it right.
Yeah.
Did you
I think
Wait for the tunnel.
I recently saw.
I like going through when it's raining because it's always moist.
That's right.
Oh no, that Aussie guy, I can't remember what he's called. He had some great videos on YouTube. I recently saw one of his videos, and I think he showed a video of some aisles that were. He was looking at an aisle with beer, and everything was empty except for one pallet that was chock full of Corona beer.
Why?
Of course,
Why?
I don't. That
Because
is
Americans
completely
are
out of
stupid.
context. Yeah, I mean, I know it's completely out of context because we don't know how popular Corona beer is where that video was shot, but it was hilarious still.
The only thing that would make that better is if Corona was a Chinese beer.
Yeah.
Well, here we're getting into was it ticket lime season, so you get your Corona and lime too.
Yeah, I'm talking about Aussie Man reviews, by the way. Aussie Man reviews.
I figured it was.
I am.
You play at the same time and then you talk at the same time.
Yep. Night. All right, the other one's in bed
All
now.
right. Okay, I choose to be stupid here and claim that you just said Marmite because we are talking about Australians.
I said night.
Here you go, Furball. This gets it for Jared too. Here you go. There you go.
If we can read it.
Yeah, it's kind of
we can't cut off.
one.
Cut off and fuzzy.
One, it's cut off. Two, the resolution kind of sucks. So go ahead and read it aloud.
Virginia offers more than 250 unique plates.
Jesus.
Fuck.
These plates represent colleges, universities, branches of the military, localities, special interest organizations, professional organizations, hobbyists.
Hey, Eric, are you
There's
in
an
Virginia?
alphabetical list, yes.
Okay, so you're special, and I'm special, and we're kind of interested. That's a special interest group. Let's create our own fucking license plate.
There we go.
You probably could.
VTW plate.
Oh, no, you have to pick a letter because all this stuff is alphabetized.
It was a wall at the DMV, an entire wall.
You didn't find the flat Earth plate, did you?
Let's pick F.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, of course, you're going to
Future
have your
Farmers of America, Fairfax City, Family Children Fund, with different samples on it because there are multiple in the Family Children Fund. Farm Vehicle, Permanent, Ferrum College, Fight Terrorism. We have a plate for that.
My goodness.
Go to A and see if there's anal enthusiasts. That's a very special interest group.
Oh, look, Air Force. There we go.
There's Air Force.
Yeah. How selective is the DMV in terms of vanity plates?
We got two different plates for the Alzheimer Association. One for regular vehicles and one for motorcycles.
There you go, Jared.
I don't want people with Alzheimer's driving motorcycles.
That's why Jared forgot he was doing 80.
Yeah, so now everybody see that BM Furball was telling the truth.
I'm not lying.
Jeez.
250 different plate designs.
Oh my goodness. I don't have no idea. Pennsylvania has something like that.
Honestly, I think when they probably first propositioned having all those specialized license plates, someone was like, hey, if we had a shit ton of them, they'd talk about us nationwide about having a shit ton of them. Think up plates.
Well,
Right.
okay. So
Well, no, it started out with a few, and they said, well, now they have that, we'll add this one. Then we'll add these couple of them.
Is there any atheist ones?
You forget he already said that we're inundated with conservatives.
Right.
So probably not. Although,
Right.
you know, I kind of feel bad.
This is
for
Virginia. Our liberals are moderate, and our conservatives are scary.
All right, so Fred Knotts really does have a tough thing when it comes to doing a vanity plate. Because his middle initial is C, they won't let him put his initials on the plate.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
FCK.
Do elaborate.
Fred C. Knotts. FCK.
Oh, come on.
Oh yeah. Oh. Something like that got through either the Rhode Island or Mass DMV recently, and it made the news that it got through, and they were trying to get the guy to change his plate, and the guy was like, "No, you guys let it go through."
No, right. This is mine.
Well, and here's the thing: it was a Tesla, so it was something along the lines of "fuck gas."
I know that some British people see it as downright as a literal sport to sneak vanity plates through.
See, what sucks is I tried to do a vanity plate for my bike, but because all the combinations that I wanted to do started with 2 letters, it wouldn't go through.
Oh.
Oh, here's a nerd question then. Once if you apply for a vanity plate and you get it, do you have to pay extra every time you have to get it renewed?
Depends on your state and depends on what type of vanity plate you go with. Because if I was to do a vanity veterans plate, yes, I would have to pay. I would have to pay more than if I was just doing a regular veterans plate. But here's the Here's the kicker. My regular veterans plate is half of the renewal fee of a regular standard plate.
I was going to say, I think that, because I was looking at getting one here in Illinois, and I think it's like an extra $100.
Yeah, depending on the state. I think the vanity fee here... So when you register and get a new plate, you have your registration fee, you have your initial plate fee, and then you have a vanity fee on top of that. And yeah, I think the vanity fee it's either $50 or $75 for a car. On top of whatever
fee.
Yeah.
Oh, they also have a technology fee.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Huh? Technology fee?
Yes.
It's not like currency where the security stuff is being updated constantly.
Oh no.
What the hell?
Oh no. What it is a lot of people use a card to pay. So they have quite literally passed on that additional processing charge to the person making the paying for it, whether you are using a card or not.
Oh, shit.
I really like the license plate that Fred wants to get.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
FCK me.
I just looked up the price for vanity plates in Denmark. Now they last for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
They cost, and I'm just translating directly here, $1,314. But hey, we that is excluding. That is excluding. Yeah,
Bo, I just want to restate what Fred's license plate was going to be. Fuck me.
I saw it.
Well, wait a minute.
Specifically when it comes to the price of your vanity plate.
Hang on.
Well, at least we don't have to pay tax on it.
Well, wait, Bo. That was over $1,000 for the vanity plate for the 8 years. That's actually not a bad price.
I was going to say, divide that by 8. That's not really that bad.
Yeah. And I just want to make sure that, normal plates that will last for the life of the car unless you sell it, which then costs, let's see, 1,080. You have to do the calculation here. No, 1,180, sorry. Yeah, license plates, like I said, for the life of the car, or at least the ownership, in case you sell it, is $169. So if you can buy a car and own it for the next 30 years, then you only still pay $169 for the plates themselves.
Wow, that's great.
And we don't have that weird thing where we have to renew our license, by the way. So we don't have to pay for that stuff either.
Well, we are equal opportunity though, because you notice if you go through the list though, we have a we have a anti-abortion plate and a pro-choice plate.
Oh yeah.
I was hoping you'd say a kill the babies plate.
Right? Eat the baby plate.
No, cook them while they're young plate.
Right.
We have choose life. That's the anti-abortion one. Then you go down to where is the?
I love
trust
the ones
women,
where
respect choice.
They've got to crunch all the letters together, so it's just SMPL, which makes me think, oh, they're just so simple.
Well, it is Virginia.
It's for a truck too, so.
Oh.
Does it come with its own truck nuts?
The swinging ones.
They don't have them big enough for a truck.
No, it's just anytime I see that hanging from the hitch, it's like, aw, your car's got bigger balls than you.
And they're sturdier.
And what
Look,
type?
a license plate for parrot heads.
Huh?
What? They have a license plate for pirates? What?
Parrot heads.
Arg.
Parrot heads.
Oh, come on. Jimmy Buffett.
I wish we could legally have artwork on our license plates, but that ain't never gonna happen.
Blame the EU.
Yeah,
Those fun
and Denmark
police.
too, though. Yeah.
Oh, I saw someone a long time ago because the Florida license plate in the middle of it is an orange, and somebody had like arranged the letters so it's spelled out orgy without the O.
That's great.
In other words, the office that handles whether or not an application for a vanity plate is offensive, they don't think about the background graphics.
No, they're just the letters.
Beautiful.
They're bureaucrats.
RGY. There's nothing offensive about RGY.
All right, so hang on. So, are all of you watching the live chat?
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on it.
All right, so I'm putting a license plate number in the live chat. This is a vanity plate that some of us know who did this one. Tell me what it says.
Once it shows up.
Somebody's old and lives in Florida.
No, late for bingo. Yeah. Oh,
yes.
sorry.
Yes. Somebody's old and lives in Florida.
Hey, that's inventive.
That's
cool.
Oh, here's the kicker. It was a late 80s car that got the engine dropped and souped up so it could be drag raced.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
That was James.
Another great thing we're not allowed to do here. We cannot modify cars. Even the cars we have in Denmark are slowly transitioning into all having automatic gearboxes. But if you have a car with a manual gearbox, not even the gear knob is allowed to be exchanged with, for example, a skull with LEDs or something. We're not even allowed to do that.
Gail was
saying you can't play with your knob.
They're not even type. If they're not type approved for that model of car you want to put it on, it's not allowed. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Well, come on, I wanted my K-bar shifter.
Well, that's not just Denmark. Gail was telling me Germany is the same way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can understand if you have headlights, morons swapping out their halogen headlights with HID or discharge lamps with where you don't set the auto leveling correctly, so you can potentially blind people.
Oh yeah.
That is, I mean, of course, that is obviously something that has to be regulated. That's fair enough. But a gear shift, the steering wheel, okay, maybe. The rear view mirror. What? No, it's just ridiculous.
Or how about the bulbs in your headlights?
I had the bolts in my for my license plate. We swapped it out for green and blue because my truck at the time was green, and I got pulled over so many times for that.
Because of the blue light.
Because it wasn't white. And I'm like, really? You could still see it.
Well, there's a lot of states actually you can do a colored license plate light like that, or a colored accent light. You just cannot do red or blue or purple because it looks too much like the police and first responders that it creates a identification issue.
When I was a kid, I had a shitty little black car and a CB because it was cool, and my handle was Knight Rider because I'm a dork.
Of course.
And I bought a little.
You put the kit lights on the front, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. So I had a little red light that would go back and forth across the front grille, and I could flip it on inside and flip it off. And I got pulled over. I'm from a town about this big, and one weekend we went into a town about that big, where there's like 8 cops rather than 2, and I got pulled over by a cop I didn't know. I don't remember if it was like running a stoplight, something like minor, like something you're not going to get a ticket for. But then he was just kind of pissed off at me. So he looked at the light and he's like, that's illegal. And he wrote me a ticket for having a red light on the front of my car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, what a dick.
So yeah, I mean, if it was a steady light, I could see it, but because you could be mistaken for a car that's driving in the same direction as you, if you saw it. But not a Knight Rider.
It wasn't a ticket. It wasn't a ticket. I didn't get a fine. I got a warning, and as part of the warning, I had to have it removed and verify that it was removed. So I went home that weekend. I took off the little fucking kit light, and then I brought it to one of the cops that I knew, and he looked at the ticket, and he's like, "The fuck am I supposed to verify? What did you do?" Yeah, okay, yeah, you took it off. I don't know what you were supposed to take off, but you took it off. Fine, and mailed it away.
I've been looking through so-called offensive license plate. Apparently, someone snuck Rob 1 out. They got that one through. That was cool. I can't really see what state that is, but damn. Now, one I don't understand the fun of, probably because it's something local. I put it in the chat right there. I don't get it, but that's just me.
You're gonna make me look over at YouTube now.
The state I was talking about with the Rub 1 out is Minnesota. Oh, what about one SWALO?
I
That's from
swallow.
Virginia.
Nice.
Yeah, that's from Virginia.
That might as well say I'm a keeper.
Hey, I found one of those California ones.
That was a Virginia for Lovers plate.
Yeah, A55 RGY. Yeah, ass orgy. I love it.
Now
It looks
I saw
beautiful.
one in a parking lot once that when I walked past the car, backseat of her car had a bunch of like electronic equipment. You can see that she was like an ATM repair tech. She had all kinds of stuff from ATMs in the backseat of her car, and the license plate said ATM gal.
Oh boy.
I don't think you Googled that first, did you?
Right, not at all.
Or maybe she knew
Right.
and was letting
like,
everyone know.
Double entendre.
Just because I'm a guy and I find it childishly funny, I found another one and I put in the crew chat. But it only works if you're from Virginia, apparently. I don't know.
All right, let's go.
I will
in
share with
here-
everybody.
Here and take a look.
Shall I share with everybody, Jared?
Since I can't see it.
Oh, is it on Discord?
Someone with a UVA plate. How about that?
Nice.
That's fabulous.
So, shall I
another-
share?
Yeah, another good one, which every one of us could benefit from, I guess. And again, if we live in Virginia and have a car,
Welcome
we
to
can Virginia
Vagina.
Tech.
How about this one, Jared?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that took a minute.
Oh, wait. Yep, that one there.
Below it.
Oh.
Oh, what about
Whoa.
Jedi?
Whoa,
I am.
whoa.
California.
Wait a second. BJ Mom,
Yes.
those two don't go together. They don't.
What,
Are
aren't
you
mothers
sure about
allowed
that?
to give good BJs?
Love 69.
Big cocks. Yeah.
I think that's
big.
Ohio.
Whoa. Hey.
Yeah, that's Ohio.
Ah.
Oh, do you have something to tell us?
What the? Huh? I don't get that one. I see my name there, but what? Stick? Hey, don't stick me.
Oh, God.
Come on.
If you happen to own an Impala,
No,
it's in the
wait.
list.
Hey, no, we've already talked about
Oh
that
no,
one.
not the top. All right.
Go
Yeah.
to the left. That
Yep,
one.
that one. Yep.
Already had it up. But okay.
Virginia
Ship
happens.
happens.
No,
Ship
ship.
happens.
There's a
Now
ship there.
that is inventive. I'll
That
give
is
them that.
That is very creative.
Mhm.
Must be Bernie Sanders.
I farted.
Must be Bernie Sanders.
Hey,
It's
Paula.
my wife.
Oh boy.
Hey, Jared, I have a young one in love texting me.
Oh boy.
Nuts.
Car diem. That was a lame one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh no! Go back. That group one down below, the one to the right in that. So no, go the triple one right there.
That's
That one. Please shut the fuck up.
Cool Whip. Yes.
Ooh,
Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
Oh,
No
wait.
panties.
Top row, second in from the left.
I date moms. That's cute.
Well, yeah, the important answer is
Itsy
already your
bitsy.
question's already answered.
Itsy bitsy spider. Oh, that's so adorable and wholesome.
Half pint.
Half pint. That's cute.
This must be Cheshire's car. Or she's in New Jersey.
How long till we find someone one that says hates SOs?
Wait, hang on.
Like those.
Wait.
I'm
Is
sure we'll
honestly
find
is
one.
half
Ethernet.
small enough?
Oh God, we
You
got a
schmuck.
Leviosa.
Yeah, Leviosa.
Leviosa. Hey, meatball.
Oh my God, move.
Pooped? I mean, but P00.
Dan's girlfriend.
really.
Wow.
Yeah.
And his Michael is Dennis. His name is Dennis.
You know that Dan's girlfriend has peed on Dan's car just to mark her territory.
That's right. You schmuck.
Whoa! Here's a veteran's plate from Maine. Yeah. Oh, it's probably in that list there. Somewhere, maybe.
Roll Tide.
Roll
No, thank you.
Hey, that one middle left is only missing an N and an I. Oh, and he moved already. Damn it! There was a Unirock plate.
Oh yeah.
Be my bae.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about a narcissist that much, but what else do we have here?
I like
here we
this one.
go.
Roll Tide, roll.
Nice.
Hey,
Let's take that.
Alabama. What? I did. I finally did find a veteran's plate.
Oh.
Yeah, I put
How
it
about
in
a Marine
the,
plate? Here we go.
Chat.
And JP me. That's just asking for trouble, literally.
Right.
I hate you all. Oh, that's a good one too. And of course, Calfefe, of course.
The problem is, Bo, when you post them like that, I can't see them while I'm streaming.
Hey, blame Apple. I guess.
Why don't we blame Canada instead?
Yeah, why not? With their little beady
Not
eyes.
even a real country anyway.
And I'm so gonna get smacked for that one later.
Hey, hey, no, H10FFCR. Hi, officer.
Nice.
That's cute.
Aim to start. What?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that one out.
Sweat power?
Dick, what?
Dick? Where?
Oh, Dixon. Dixon. I think it's supposed to be Dixon.
Yeah, I think it's Dixon.
Dick's inside me? What?
Dixon? I'm a car.
And it was put on upside down.
So
That
fabulous.
is epic.
Would that technically be illegal?
Yes, it actually
Yes.
it is technically legal because it's still legible. Fred Knotts, the regional McDonald's manager, used to have Fry Guy on his plate.
That's funny.
What about average penis?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
It's okay, Jared. 2 inches is average to some people.
No, I'm 2 inches over average. Get it right.
I thought it was 2 inches from the ground.
A Georgia plate that is destined to be, the owner of that guy is destined to be sued if he ever drives to Disney World. D1SNEY. And you can put he put his name under it. What the hell? It says Henry under it. Yeah, that's the one I found.
That's a good one.
That's really good.
Okay, Cassius. Yeah, I got it now.
Ooh. Hey. Eat 6969.
Nice.
No. You just need 169 there. And
Hey, I didn't make it.
Unless there's 4 of you.
Or well,
I'm down with that.
Well, but then
Yeah,
it becomes a circle, not so much 269s. if we want to be fair.
Then you're not doing it right.
Well, although
Now, if
What
there's
it-
269s and a 5th, and you're just watching, that's still 269s and totally doable.
Absolutely.
True. Muad'Dib.
Muad'Dib, nice.
That's great.
I like that one. Although
Maybe
it would
Jared can see this one then.
it
I
would
just
be
took a screenshot instead.
it would be interesting to see one that says "Dine at the Y."
Nah.
Yeah.
How about a Star Trek related one for Jared?
Yeah, I've seen that one
YouTube
before.
Yeah.
It was Professor X, nice.
Dingo ate my baby. What?
Come on.
Gandalf.
That dingo ate my baby.
Please win.
When, oh my gosh, that's great. Go twats.
Yeah.
Oh, love 69.
Ooped. Classic.
Drunk. Wait. Did one of those say pull out? No. Damn it, go back to that one.
That's the license plate of a bad truck driver. You never pull out before you unload.
Oh boy. Now. Okay.
A Radford University plate. Okay, here we go.
Now, there's different ways of spelling the female name Anna, right? For example, with one N.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing that the one I'm looking at right now is a girl who decided to buy a Lex and didn't really think about what she was doing.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody guessed already what was going on there. Yeah.
Click on
Gonna
the
be late. Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Are you 18 yet?
Oh dear.
Oof.
That reminds me of a particular character. Who else but Quagmire?
Giggity.
Giggity.
Hey,
You should give that to Nathan Thompson.
No, specifically because, hey, Meg, you 18 yet? No.
Oh.
Hi, Chris.
Hey. If you have if one person has a vanity plate that says "Con," I already saw one of those license plates in one state. Would it be possible for someone else to have the same license plate but from a different state?
Yes.
Oh, that could get. Yeah. Okay.
Your license plates
that's
in the U.S. are done by state, so
Yeah.
each state has their own plates.
Confusing. Stolen plate.
Okay. Who made a license plate for Brett Keane?
What does it say? Life was a start. What does it say there on the sticker? Life without art. What?
Life without
Art
art is stupid.
Oh, right.
Concur.
Well, define art.
Hey, art is anything that evokes
Yeah.
so
For
porn.
fuck's sake.
A Texas plate. Yeah, hang 'em.
Oh,
No.
gay ass. Love it.
I gotta poo. That is something you would see in that part of New England.
See, now.
Oh, wait.
As a cop, you're driving down the freeway. Dude's doing 80 in a 60.
Yep, go back.
And
to
you pull him over, and he's got "I got a poo" on his license plate.
No. You
Are
see
you
that
gonna give
one.
him a ticket?
No. You see that one. See, now there's a story behind that one. That plate there, that became a huge deal because a guy, it was either Mississippi, Alabama, or Georgia, one of those 3 states. The guy actually started a business doing vinyl stickers and vinyl wraps on cars. So on his truck, he put a sticker that he self-made that said, "I eat ass." And he got pulled over for it. He got cited for it, and he was told to take it off of his car as part of the fine.
Wouldn't it be part of the First Amendment?
Oh, that's why he got the ACLU involved, and he ended up winning.
Yeah, I think I've heard about that case. And he got a shit ton of tickets for it.
He's a veteran.
Yeah, that's the wonderful. Yeah.
Vaginal.
Somebody really made a Covfefe license plate.
That's great.
Of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm guessing there is a maximum amount of.
Vlad the Impala.
Oh my god.
I'm guessing there is a maximum, a what federal mandated maximum.
No, not federal, state. It's all state.
It's on state.
All plates are state.
Okay.
Hang on.
I squirt.
There are some U.S. government license plates, but each state
The nerd in me loves that one.
Yeah.
Aww.
Now, have you seen the Washington D.C. plates?
Which ones?
The one that says taxation without registration or something.
Taxation without representation.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That's the official license plate of Washington D.C.
Oh, that's great.
Interesting.
Because the graphics in between the ones I've seen with that wording on it makes me think of those idiots that think that they don't have to have a driver license, and they have that flag of peace or whatever. They take the stars and stripes and they defile it by rearranging the stripes or so.
That's the one.
Vertical.
DC has that plate because they do not have any.
Oh my god, and it's Utah. That makes it so much better.
That is better.
Oh, wait, Utah, that's one of those heartbeat.
Hang on.
Moronic states.
No, Bo. Salt Lake City, Utah is the home of the major tabernacle of the Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints, otherwise known as the Mormons.
Okay. All right, yeah.
So for the fact of someone doing that plate from that area
is great.
Round of applause.
I want to do this now. I really want to do this now and get creative.
What about a Texas plate? CHWBCA. It's quite old, I think, but it's good.
Yeah.
What's the grab her one?
Nasty girl. Grab her.
Milf Hunter.
Wild Rose.
Milf Hunter. Yes. Milf Hunter. Oh, beautiful. It's making me cry. No, not really, but yeah. Milf Hunter. Come, Lord. That can't be a real one. Come on. Penis?
I'd be shocked if that one actually got through.
In California, it wouldn't surprise me too much.
Boobies. Nice. Well done.
Ooh, what about threesome?
Okay.
What?
I'm down.
You know,
going
hang on.
Now, are you talking a normal threesome or a devil's threesome?
What?
Yes.
No. We have no. So Furball, we have to remember that Bo here was the one who intervened and tried to make the threesome into a foursome.
See, now, Jared and I had a devil's threesome getting ready to go on. Well, at least a digital one.
Yeah.
And then Bo wanted in. And then it turns into a gangbang. That's just, no.
Yeah,
There's nothing
no.
sexy about a
That was between me
gangbang.
and Jared.
A threesome is hot.
Whatever.
I can't do that much, guys.
Hang on.
Yeah, wasn't I in this somewhere? I don't want to be left out now.
Oh, jeez.
What the hell?
Hang on,
Oh,
hang
thank
on.
you,
Jay, not everyone heard it. You got to replay them.
Okay.
I thought it was between me and Jared.
A threesome now? Jeez.
Whatever.
I can't do that much, guys.
Yeah, wasn't I in this somewhere? I don't want to be left out now.
Oh, man. Oh.
That was a fun night.
Daddy, my ears are bleeding. Me to stop.
You got the entire soundboard up, don't you?
And just go
I'll need 5 minutes.
and beat 30 minutes
Right.
20%.
Jay is just
I-
randomly hitting keys on his keyboard
Yeah.
at this point.
I just found the perfect one.
Here we go.
I found a license plate with perfect irony. True chat.
I got it.
Yes.
Pulling up right now.
This is beautiful.
Always lucky. And it has been in a car accident. That's great.
That's beautiful.
There's a number of fingers. Actually, never mind.
Well, let's just
Oh,
say,
hey, Jay.
Drunk Karis is my favorite Karis because it is so much fun.
Sarcasm
Jay,
appreciated.
please,
On top of everyone.
please tell me, Jay. Please tell me you've got the sound clip of her reaction when Furball first turned his webcam on.
No, I don't.
Crap. I'll never forget one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The very instant she said it, she knew that she had done. It was just, it was gold.
Vlad the Impala.
Yeah.
That one's great.
Spelling is difficult, but what does the plate say?
What? I can't read it.
That's why I'm going to try and pull it up here and see if it.
All right.
Oh my God,
Nope.
go.
Oh my God, go.
Huh.
So yeah,
Okay,
like nice.
Hey, that looks like it's outside of DC.
Where the police sometimes start issuing parking tickets.
No, they're waiting for the
Okay.
toilet paper.
Oh, that's great.
What's the obvious license plate for a gynecologist?
Bubble wrap on your steering wheel.
That's so
Badge
great.
stop.
Yeah, finally.
Some minion was blocking traffic.
No, literally, it was a minion.
I got photo evidence.
Although, actually, Furball, how has... Aw, he muted and went away.
Who muted?
Furball, I was going to ask him what traffic has been like getting in and out of DC lately.
Well, in Seattle, it's clear sailing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is now.
Hasn't been too different over in Chicago.
But it is Chicago, and
Right.
let's just say I don't like driving through that city because I've had some sort of issue every time.
Oh, it's terrible.
Well, like there was one time I was towing a trailer, and the brakes of the trailer decided to catch fire right after I got onto the west side of town.
Oh no.
Lovely.
And that is not a good.
Remember the
Were
last
those,
time?
electrical brakes?
Oh
or,
no. Oh no. The pads caught fire because
Oh no.
this was in rush hour traffic in July.
Remember the last time I went to Chicago? It took me as long
Shut
to
the
get
fuck up,
from
please.
Indiana to Chicago as it did to go through Chicago.
Yeah.
And I heard you, Jared. I just had to go pee and get beer.
Priorities.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have not been going to work recently because we've all been ordered to stay home and work from home. But traffic isn't that bad. The times that I
At 4
had
in the
to go
morning?
into the office for a little, I don't go in that early anymore.
I'll be right back, guys.
I went at 8 a couple days ago. Went in at like 10 yesterday, and it's nothing. There's nobody anywhere other than the Walmart parking lots.
Shocking.
Yeah, I was gonna say that all these is packed.
Oh man.
It is nice to see that those places are finally putting a purchase limit on, specific items, because it'd be nice to be able to get fucking milk and eggs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And toilet paper.
Again,
Right.
items that make sense for people to grab when they're, oh my
There you
god,
go.
we're going to be...
Because most of the people that stockpiled of it are screwed anyway because they,
Interesting.
they bought 300 loaves of bread and like 180 of them are going to go bad before they've eaten them.
Right.
Yeah.
I know this is just a GIF, but I'm still waiting for that guy to fall off.
I know, right?
That's actually a video that's playing.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a video, not a GIF.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the spelling to be fixed.
Right.
Yeah.
Tranning.
Yeah.
Hey, you do you.
I found something that is making me hard to. It's making me hard to.
Right. Crazy.
Finish the sentence, bro. Finish the sentence.
It is making me.
You keep talking about what's making you hard.
No, it is making me. It's making it difficult for me to say that yes, it has to do with freedom of speech. It's on the crew chat. I haven't read about it, the article, but
does it make you hard like bull?
No. We're talking about the Ku Klux Klan here. So no. What? No, I'm not gay, damn it. Well, I'm gay in a happy type of way, but no, not that
You're
kind of
European.
gay.
All the men in Europe are slightly bi.
No, that's the British. I think.
No. It's all Europeans, and it's just a question of how much alcohol you've had.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
And how long it's been since you've been laid.
Yeah.
LRJ 88 says only 50 condoms per person.
And we have the cum rags too, so that's only 4 or 5. Did they say?
50 might get me through a week ish, maybe. I'm still waiting to see this article, Bo.
Right?
Yeah, I put it in the crew chat. I made a boo boo, so right now I'm trying to find that picture again, so I can get the link out of it because I only shared a screenshot. But it's in the crew chat.
Wow. Well, definitely have made up for the fact that there was no way in hell I had time last week to host this, so good on you guys.
Yeah, I was happy to see. I missed the last one too, and so I was like, "Oh yeah, it's been forever."
Last week we actually ended up not having a show because my happy ass was stuck down in Mississippi from, well,
Yay.
So I got told about the job Monday afternoon. I was on a plane Tuesday morning. I got to the customer site Wednesday, was there actually working on site through Friday, and didn't fly back until Saturday, and didn't actually get home until late Saturday evening, and then I had to go, and then the wife was flying back on Sunday from her trip, and instead of being home in the late evening, she ended up getting home mid-evening just before dinner. So yeah, all the plans of, hey, I'll be home, I can still catch up, and we can just do things a day late, completely shot to hell.
Yeah. That sucks.
Has anyone done a test on the effectiveness of saran wrap in lieu of condoms? I think I've seen a movie about this, and it didn't end well.
Right.
Although it did, although there was quite the catchy tune that came from it. You got to lick it before you stick it. Oh, come on. I'm not the only one who knows that movie.
Oh, I do. I just can't remember the name of the movie off the top of my head.
What should be one that I've seen?
I think it had a couple of the Wayans brothers.
Is it white chicks?
No, older.
Oh.
You know what? Let's look it up.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, Jared, I finally found the article.
Yay!
So you don't have to just rely on the screenshot alone. Whoop-de-doo. Should Mississippi honor Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest by giving him a special license plate? And he's an asshole, so no.
Hard pass.
Booty Call. That was the name of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It is an older one.
97.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if I saw that one.
It starred Jamie Foxx, Tommy Davidson, Vivica A. Fox.
Yeah, I remember because I remember seeing the graphic on the VHS of the
big old booty.
Yeah, the big old booty with the round going around. Like I remember that, but I don't know if I actually saw it. I might not.
It had its moments, and yeah, short answer to that, the question of that article from Gawker, no. Just no. Well,
yeah, I don't even have to read the article. I'll just say no.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
Hey, Jared. Carrie Biden put out a tweet.
Oh.
I think we should share it.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
She's amazing.
If only that show could have lasted longer.
I know, right? Such a good show.
But at least they did use the excuse of quitting while you're ahead. I mean, the last couple of seasons. Yeah, I mean, the last couple of seasons, they were practically screaming for people to send in requests or ideas.
Mm-hmm. And they did have that one problem where they put a cannon through somebody's house.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that
season,
one.
I think it was.
Yeah, because they filmed over by where I was stationed, and so it was all over the news.
Yeah, I know they did a lot of filming out in the
Alameda.
Yeah. Well, Alameda was to the north end of it, but yeah, and
yeah, they actually had, it was one of the ones that they were doing. They were myth busting one of the cannons, and the cannonball literally went into somebody's house.
Why didn't they take that out to New Mexico?
I don't
Because it would have made sense, because the University of New Mexico, they have a division of the school that has had a wonderful relationship with them that pretty much let them, you want to blow that shit up? Come on out. Wow.
Oh, that tweet, great.
That is awesome. See, that's a kid who's going to end up somewhere.
Absolutely.
Probably in the Navy.
In the Navy.
Okay, I found an article that covers it well. The MythBusters Cannonball Run incident, where they show the projectiles path through Dublin, California.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it was a homemade cannon, so yeah. But you would think someone who, people of their skill set in history would not have a problem making something like that. Although, was it truly a cannon, or was it more like a mortar?
Technically speaking, is there all that much of a difference except for the length of the barrel and direction?
Yeah, barrel length and direction really are the difference between a classic mortar and a cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if I'm remembering correctly, because I'm trying to remember which canon episode it was, but if I remember correctly, it was the one where it was fixed, and they were trying to test out. Oh, what was it? Was it it wasn't the duct tape one. It was a different one.
Yeah,
because they made a cannon out of the. Yeah, because they did one. I'm
trying to read through it here.
Oh wait! Somebody's got the best reply ever.
Okay.
Oh, Kiri, what do you?
Corona real-time news, amen, right?
Nice.
Seriously.
Or the opening 15 minutes to Idiocracy with constantly flashing, "This is not a joke. This is what will happen."
Yeah. Oh, I had the last 2 days off from work. I just needed to take some days, and so I did. And I've been spending the last 2 days trying to build my first video game. So I actually have the thing. Hold on,
Glittery
let me
nails.
see. Okay. Use that one. Okay.
Ooh, bunny!
It's a little bunny.
What kind of bunny? Oh, sorry. Thinking about something else.
Still got a long way to go, but.
Do we need to get you some of those wiener wipes, Bo?
So yeah, that was
God,
that's
Fino.
what I've been working on.
Oh, not our Fino.
Okay.
Arian Foster, former running back in the NFL.
Okay. What's he?
Hashtag quarantine meals. What y'all on? This is what he posted as his meal.
I got a bag of Doritos right here.
Right. I had chili and Fritos.
That's
Nice.
That's not as bad as I was expecting.
I'm not mad at it.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Ew.
Although
That's
Peanut butter
disgusting.
banana is great.
And
peanut butter and jelly on
mustard.
In a wrap.
That was mustard. That's mustard.
Okay,
No.
Jimmy Rock actually hit gold with this one. This one's kind of funny.
Ew.
No, that one.
I will give credit where credit is due. This one's actually kind of funny. He's not claiming he made it, but that's actually pretty good.
Except he is kind of claiming they're his memes.
I promised I'd share you memes. I didn't know I'd get so many. So he's claiming somebody sent it to him.
Okay, but here's the thing. Dude, you want to complain about troll armies? You are literally in the middle of the biggest one.
To realize that, he requires self-awareness.
Right.
Or not being a dipshit.
Right, or care.
Wow.
Oh boy. Somebody needs to call FEMA.
No, that doesn't surprise me for a Malinois.
Yeah.
What the?
The rationing.
Oh.
No.
Huh?
Day 6 of quarantine. C-section went smooth. The cuties are... Oh, that takes some skill.
Hence the X-Acto knife and the...
Wow.
Okay, yeah, I'm impressed.
That will get a like.
Yeah.
Right? That's impressive. Oh yeah, did you see the live news coverage? That one right there with Dr. Fauci's. It was so funny. I saw that live earlier today. Yeah. He literally looks over him like, what the fuck? It was live on TV, and I was just watching, and he said something about deep state, and all of a sudden he does that. It was so funny.
Somebody doesn't have a job tomorrow.
Right. He was trying so hard, too. He was just like, oh my, he's like, oh, I'm on camera.
So, who in the PR...
had to this time?
Who in the...
Oh, yeah, I replied back to that schmuck.
Who in the PR department or the public affairs department of the White House is gone tomorrow?
Everyone. Hey, that means they're opening up. Maybe I can get a job.
Would you want a job?
No.
Not really.
So they are taking the temperature of every visitor to the White House grounds to include official visitors, like motorcades pulling up, getting to the gate, all the doors opening, and the medical crew coming out and taking the temperature of every single person, drivers, passengers, distinguished visitors. Then they let you through.
I don't... Oh, okay.
Shit.
Okay, I understand.
Because he is in the category of gonna die if he gets it.
I hope they're relaxing the security on Pence though.
Somebody from his actual office, one of his staff members, just got tested positive for it.
Pence
then he should definitely been put in mandatory quarantine.
Any competent and qualified member of high member of any executive office right now
should be
associated with the White House is their job's just in danger at this point in time. There's no way that you're going to last in that position.
Pence, it doesn't matter for Pence though. He doesn't believe in science. He doesn't believe in evolution. Viruses aren't a thing.
The world was built in 6 days. Yeah.
He is a creationist, yes. So he is not fit for office because no one, literally no one, can leave their religion at the door as a politician. It's not possible. I don't care who you are. It's just impossible.
Well, here's my favorite meme. I'll share my favorite one recently. Just stole it because it's awesome. Let's see. Here we go.
Oh, fuck off.
God damn it.
I am convinced that Trump is not religious at all. He just plays votes. I have no doubt about that.
He knows how to pander to the mob, which is why he's in office.
He is a businessman after all.
Although I do have to say that is pretty funny.
It is so funny. I'm like, yeah. Okay.
I found out what episode it was. Mythbusters. It's the Cannonball Chemistry episode from November 11th, 2012. Let's see. Season 10, episode 19.
You know, bats are kind of cute. Just don't fucking
They are
eat
so
them.
cute.
Yeah, and then
Just stay away
also
from the ones
they're
in Wuhan.
apparently birds. Yeah.
Well, I thought that there was the studies looking into the genetics of the virus that was not putting it towards bats, but maybe the pangolins.
Stealing this and sending it to Chesh. It's only fair, right?
Oh, it is.
And I shall dub thee
Hey,
Chesh.
somebody should probably paste in a Unicock News agency logo on that microphone.
No need to sully it.
Oh no, I'm not gonna send it in a DM to her. I'm just gonna tweet it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
Gives me the opportunity to like and retweet.
Yay.
Let's see. How do I want to word this? You know, this will help with my public affairs, public relations.
Word it intentionally badly. Or biased.
Well, if I wanted to do that, I would just have Trump write it for me.
Hey. Oh wait, that video I was talking about, video clip of aisles, and then you see a pallet of Corona. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't Aussie reviews. I just found the right one. Let's see, copy that sucker.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I tweeted that just before getting everything ready for the show.
I found an interview of you from last year.
Let's see here. Downloads, Chesh.
So for the people who have been paying attention to my Twitter, what do you think of my random asshole takes of the day?
They're quite humorous, actually.
Yes, they're pretty funny.
Shall I share that one for you?
But not entirely wrong. Yeah, if you want. That one was just... And here's the thing. Each and every one is directly influenced from something that I witnessed or was forced to deal with. Oh, did Steve like it already?
He liked it already. Damn. See?
He's on it.
And he retweeted it.
Oh, did he?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Oh no, it was Bo that retweeted. I saw the retweet thing. But yeah.
So who was trying to read it? Which news network?
Oh no. They were reading from their phone. They were trying to read an article. I couldn't even fucking tell what the article was about.
Hopefully it was The Onion. It's more accurate than most now.
That would have been great.
I have a feeling that it was something that they found on Facebook.
It's going to be really difficult for the writers of The Onion these days to come up with
new
news articles.
Jared has been infected. Jared ended his sentence on a high note. Like on Facebook. Somebody slapped some sense into him.
I've been watching too much Family Guy.
Oh, that's not what I want to do. Like, hopped on my friend's Facebook page and I laughed. I put the laugh emoji at for his adopted son's 13th birthday party. Will forever be known as the coronavirus birthday.
Oof.
I'm like, no, I meant like not that. They all know that I'm an asshole, but there's also a limit to what I do in front of them or around them.
Well, so here's a question: when someone puts out some sad news on, like, say, Twitter, does hearting it mean you enjoy the pain and suffering they're going through, or you agree with what they're doing, or what they're?
Yeah, that's always a difficult choice there. It's like
Right.
it's been a horrible day. Like,
Right. I always don't know whether or not to do it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna comment. Fuck.
See, the great thing about that is that you can claim that, I liked it because I was extending my arms and I wanted to hug you, while inside you were just laughing at them and liking the misery they're in.
Because Facebook at least has employed like the emotes to go with it, so you could like do the sad emote instead of a like.
And here's the
YouTube
thing:
isn't that much better. I mean, you can like someone's comment, and you could also dislike someone's comment, but you can see the amount of dislikes.
My mother's dying of cancer. Like,
Tech, you're forgetting. Facebook used to only have the thumbs up.
Oh yeah, I know. It's the same thing. It's just...
That too.
Oh my
just
God, my dog just died.
That, maybe we need other emotions other than just like.
Yeah, but again, YouTube also only has the thumbs up function now. Not in the comment section.
The like.
Our child's dying of a rare disease. Thumbs up.
Shall we talk about this one, Jared?
Let's see.
I sent it to you in Discord.
So, quick, speaking of the child having a terrible disease, I've got a buddy at work that sadly, like a month ago, his child was diagnosed with cancer. Oh. So a month ago, he started the process of chemo and all that kind of stuff. So he's been out of the office. Today, the rest of us are ranting on like an 18-person group chat about how we all have to be at home with our kids right now. And he's got 2 other kids. And his only comment back was, I've got 2 weeks on you guys.
Oh.
He has a point, though.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. Again, there's something called gallows humor.
Yeah.
At least he can approach you with humor. Yeah.
Yep.
So Jay, go ahead and show it. This will be an interesting one.
Okay. So just so people know, before I share this, I do not condone cyberbullying. However, there comes a point in time where I gotta press X for doubt.
Now, I could see this person getting some harsh commentary because of physical appearance, but...
Okay, let's click on the
makeup
pictures.
Doesn't help.
No, it's not even the makeup. It actually is the shape of the nose. I could see people making fun of.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
she has a lower dorsal nose.
But
I knew there was a type name for that.
Please, I could use some validation.
Yeah.
If you need validation from the internet, you need to rethink some of your life priorities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my question is, if you like that, are you validating that she's ugly?
No, she said.
Or are you validating that she's not?
She says right there, if you disagree, meaning like this if you think I'm not ugly.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, it would be completely different if she wrote something to the effect of, I've been having a discussion with my blah, 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 blah. Some say this, some say that. What do you think?
Right.
That would be fair enough.
Right.
Yeah, that would be totally fine. But that one, nah.
Oh, okay. Fred, you are an asshole just like me, and I love you for it. The Adam's apple doesn't help.
Oh, jackass. At least, if it came to it, at least you wouldn't be needing contraceptives.
Yeah.
For the purpose of not getting kids, at least.
Really?
Hey, you always gotta look at the positive stuff, you know?
Always look on the bright
side of
life.
Yep.
I watched that a few weeks ago.
Life of Brian. That's a good one.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
Is that the life of? No, that's not the life of Brian. That's the
Yeah, it
meaning of
was.
life,
When
isn't
they
it?
told Trump to
No, it's the
wear
life of Brian.
It was the life of
After
Brian.
that.
That's Life of Brian.
They weren't nearly specific enough. Why does Mike fucking Pence wear one? That's but yeah.
The hell?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh,
I don't want to
gosh.
get you the copyright strike.
What the?
They're singing All Star by
Really?
Smash. He's singing All Star by Smash Mouth.
Jeez.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
now.
No. Yeah. No.
Did you have to?
That
That's
fucking
just funny
mouth
right
thing
there.
is way overdone. I mean, it's
Oh, okay. Okay. Hang on.
overused,
Pause it.
sorry.
Pause it. Pause it. Yeah. That one is hilarious because that's Daisy Ridley.
Who?
Ray.
The main character who helped kill the Star Wars franchise.
Is that Katie
No,
Joy?
that-
Last Jedi.
That was Gal Gadot.
That first one?
Yeah, that's Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. Sorry, like that is she looks like freaking Daisy.
Right. No.
So how many of these actually classify as celebrities anymore?
Yeah, actors.
I question if he.
Actual
I
actors.
question if he had a Carrot Top in there. You don't know who Carrot Top is?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
back in the day.
I'm trying to forget who Carrot Top is.
One of the few prop-based comedians.
Yeah.
Oh no.
With
The
quotations.
The greatest prop-based
Shut
comedian
up,
ever was
no.
Gallagher.
was Gallagher.
Yeah,
Gallagher, hands down.
Gallagher.
With the
definitely.
sledge
Oh,
matic.
Yes.
Gallagher doesn't
With
make
the watermelon.
Here you go.
Oh, that okay? Yeah, I've heard of that. I've never seen it really. But yeah, that
You gotta
video
watch
that's what
Gallagher.
I was talking about earlier.
Oh, watch it.
Well, I can understand that one being there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not even beer. So yeah, and there you go.
And
Oh, jeez.
the entire supply of Corona. Yeah.
And again, I mean, but Corona does
My
taste a
Corona.
lot better than any Budweiser beer.
Now, Weird Al said he's not doing that
ever.
parody.
Yeah.
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 A watered down
He
beer.
specifically said he would not do it.
Which
Somebody else already did. I got sent the link today.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
someone else did a while ago.
Right. Because he's
I've
not-
drinking just as much Corona since the virus as before.
none.
None. Yeah.
Exactly.
I've only tasted it once, and that was in Ohio. I wanted to taste it because I've heard so much about it.
You
It
know,
was not bad, but it was kind of
weak.
Meh.
yeah. And I've never, at that point, I have had practically never had any alcohol really. So
Well, here's the thing. It's a novelty discolored water.
yeah, but it's still to me it's still very. You can still call it beer, and you can't do that with
Oh,
Budweiser.
Jesus.
What'd
Oh,
you
you
find
can
this
fuck
time?
yourself, Poe.
How many of you are familiar with
Budweiser.
Lords of the Night?
Is the king of beer.
How many of you are familiar with the?
Yeah, right.
How many of you are familiar with the?
Called Leffe?
Hang on. Jay, what is the question?
How many of you have heard of the internet show or YouTube show called Lords of the Night, hosted on 3 different channels, 7 days a week,
Nope.
or 6 days a week actually? It's hosted by Ranting Monkey, Scribelight, and Satsu 2 Cents.
Oh.
They occasionally do Mad Libs.
Uh-oh.
This was their Mad Lib that they did. And how many of you are familiar with Weibo Jones?
No.
I am. Did they talk about the special gift that she received?
Probably.
Oh my god, I can tell already. Dear EA, Weibo worked for me as my assistant for 32 weeks. I recommend her without cock rings for the gynecologist program. Oh, please tell me we have a response from Weibo about this.
I don't know. I will click on it after we read it if you want to keep reading it.
Yeah, it gets better.
Oh, it does.
While
Yes.
working in mammogram production, I often relied on Weibo to put together inquisitive presentations, for which she described and aborted the artistic approach to the project. Researching dead fetuses and photographic creamy materials. Her creativity, resourcefulness, and ability to see a project through really made these presentations grotesque and crunchity.
Oh, nice.
When we went into production on the feature film To Kill a Mockingbird, Weibo was able to observe every hippopotamus of the process, flatulating in on meetings and working with peacocks in all areas of the production from the moment the production was set in motion through the release of the film 32 seconds later.
And do you guys think Europeans are weird?
That sounds like Oswald.
Broke while writing it?
Oh, it keeps getting better.
Oh, during this time, she was a stanky butcher, often serving as my liaison to scattered dirty hookers of the crew. She also coordinated projects involving gory people, and her ability to work sensually while guiding the project quickly and explicitly was rotten. For example, when we suddenly needed to reconceive several action dildos, see, knew it, that had already been storyboarded, Weibo quickly found a new storyboard pimp on location and worked with him, the stunt coordinator, and the truck driver through several drafts to make sure the new dildos worked, and then aborted with crew dirty hookers from all departments, making sure everyone was up to date on the changes that were relevant to them. She even raped in to draw a few last-minute dry changes herself. Weibo's sensitivity, ovary, energy, and sense of blubber made working with her... Wow.
A horse or an horse.
Yeah.
You put there.
Oh my.
Yeah. I highly recommend her as a swollen addition to the program. Wow.
Sincerely, Angela.
That's great.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay. My imagination got the better of me. Go check the crew chat.
If anyone needs a storyboard pimp, inquire with Weibo Jones.
Right?
Oh, that's getting retweeted.
Oh man.
Wait, no. We're gonna do.
Hashtag classic.
It's gotta be.
Yeah. Mad Libs for the win.
Oh, Chesh liked it. Waiting for the response.
Watch it be something along the lines of, how did you know? Ugh. I don't want to know what they're doing with that bird.
Yeah, please.
Alright, well... Okay. What the fuck did you find, Bo?
What?
The article that you were just talking about in the internal chat.
Send me a link.
Oh, that stuff. Well, yeah. I saw it on one of our Danish news sites where they played a video clip from somewhere in a hospital where you could hear either a doctor or a nurse arguing on the phone. It was horrible. And in other words, this is a legitimate story.
Well, hang on. Hang on, guys.
In the internal chat.
So we have a special guest in the live chat now, but before we say hello, let's get into the proper orientation. Hey, Terry, how you doing?
You put the outputs, video output upside down, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Hey, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
I was making sure the right side for him,
Yeah. How's our favorite Kiwi doing?
Had to make him feel welcomed.
Yeah. But I mean, no shit. That thing in the internal chat, that got me pissed off like nothing else. I mean, what the fuck?
Sad news for Kent Hovind.
Oh?
What?
A 7-year-old boy drowned at his dinosaur adventure land. I'm sure it was the kid actually goofing off and, but that's not good PR for him.
Yeah.
It was God's will.
God wills it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sad thing.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, it's a very sad thing, but literally speaking, they cannot possibly complain about it. The parents, that is.
Oh no, Fred. Feel free to do that in this chat too when Terry's around.
What?
Apparently, for some reason, Terry doesn't like the number 4.
Huh? For what reason?
I would like to find out.
Yeah.
Number 4 is
I think we're long enough in here. We can invite in non-veterans at this point. We're deep enough into the program.
Yeah.
Terry, get your ass in here.
He's been here before, so.
So Oregon and California have now issued shelter and stay orders or whatever.
Yeah, Illinois is as well. Governor Pritzker announced it at like 4:00 today. It's going into effect tomorrow at 5 p.m.
But
how is it enforceable and what are the specific
quarantine
rules?
It's
Yeah, I mean,
actually
is
not
it
that
curfew
complex. It basically, the way that they explained it during the news conference is, it is, if you have to go to work, go to work. If you have to go and pick up a prescription, go pick up a prescription. If you want to go pick up takeout, you can go and get takeout. But what they're saying is, if you don't have to, don't. So they're relying on basically the honor process. If you see a bunch of people just hanging out together, chilling or whatever, you can report them and they'll ask them to go home. But they said you can still go out for hikes and you can still do whatever, but they're saying, hey, just social distancing and make sure that you, if you don't have to go out there, just stay home.
Yeah, okay. We've had that all week. And also since Wednesday, no one is allowed to congregate in numbers of 10 or more, unless it is a funeral or for political reasons, which I don't understand, but oh well.
Earlier in the week, they did the same thing for us. Like they made it so they closed down the dining in restaurants and bars. And at first it was limiting the space to 200 people. And then it went down to 100 and now it was down to 10 and now it's completely closed, where nobody's allowed to gather in restaurants and bars at all now. It's just takeout or delivery only.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing much has changed for me. So.
Wait a minute. I'm just going through CNN's news app. Is Donald Trump still calling the coronavirus the China virus?
Yes.
He didn't this time. He did it yesterday and the day before, but today's he did not call it that.
He didn't call it that, but he defended calling it that.
Yes, he surely fucking did.
I'm hoping that it was because of his those who tried to mop up his crap that insisted that he should call it something else.
See, he defended the fact that he called it that. He didn't specifically call it that, but he defended that he was fully rightful in calling it that.
You know, it's one thing to call it the Wuhan virus because that's where the outbreak began.
But in terms of information stuff, I mean, you have to use the same name for it every single time, so there is no confusion.
Yeah,
I know there's not much to be confused about here, but still, you have to use the same. Either call it coronavirus or COVID-19.
Yeah, I mean, it already has a label. He had been calling it COVID-19, and then just because he saw some article about the, some conspiracy regarding China and what they were doing, and then all of a sudden he started calling it the China virus or whatever. It was so
petty.
Like, it's AF.
Yeah, I mean,
can we get President Camacho, please? He's at least more entertaining.
Yeah. Imagine a doctor being interviewed about something new that they found out that is very important for everybody to know right now. Okay, if that doctor used the let's call it the professional term for this virus, they would say SARS-CoV-2. Would anyone understand what the hell that was? No, probably not. But that is the actual name for it.
Yep.
SARS-C lowercase o and then V again -2. That's nobody knows what it is.
Well, that would more be a designation, not so much a name.
Yeah, but if they use that, people might think, oh wait, there's a new virus out there, and then the panic and the rumor mill goes on, and we have a new panic on our hands. That's why it's so important to me, at least, that everybody uses the same word for this damn virus every single time.
Everybody was hoping for the Roaring '20s coming back, and they got it.
Oh, I saw that meme. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, granted, the
widespread
Spanish.
Even the bars are closed.
Yeah.
Roaring '20s all over.
Careful what you wish for.
Right.
Well, I tagged when they were first talking about doing all this quarantine stuff. I tagged Nikki Daly on Twitter. I'm like, because Nikki used to be a fast boat sailor, and I'm like, this is just like underway, isn't it? Never got a response, but
Right.
Oh yeah, all of us who had spent time, especially the shipboard types. This is nothing.
Right? I was gonna say, like, I'm waiting for them to tell me not to go into work. I got this down.
I know.
I was in the Navy for 6 years. I've been telecommuting for the last 9. What differences?
Oh, Jared, by the way, go check your DMs in Discord.
This is really one of the times where being active duty military is kind of a benefit, because it doesn't matter how many hours I work, my paycheck doesn't change.
Yeah,
So,
what the?
I wish I had that.
Salary non-exempt is nice.
Okay, here's a weird headline from yesterday. Desperate shortage of ventilators for coronavirus. The first time I heard that, I thought they meant fans. But for coronavirus patients, puts manufacturers on wartime footing? Damn.
Yes.
For manufacturing and repair of ventilators,
Yeah,
respirators. It's the word
about. Yeah.
Okay,
it's the word of using ventilators instead of respirators. But yeah, wow.
That's the term that we've been using here in the States for a couple weeks now.
Yeah. Thankfully, we don't have that issue yet. It's not. I don't even think we're getting close of running out of them.
So shall I start scrolling down, Jared?
So wait a minute. Did Geostreber make this one? It looks like his drawing style.
Well, it is a good one though, and it is frighteningly accurate.
So you got that one.
Yeah.
What is that creep thing in that video? What the?
Oh, Creepy Joe strikes again.
That's a like.
Damn.
It is sad, but it's kind of what they've been doing.
No, it's sad, yeah. No but there. Just sad.
Oh no, not that again. Not that meme again.
Oh.
It's in a different coat. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh God.
I think if we give him... Oh, wow.
Damn. Jeez. I just had some nasty images.
Oh, that one was just begging to be made. Wow.
Yeah.
You know, that was actually a really good movie.
It
Yeah, I
was.
was gonna say.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh God, apparently there's one with Walter and Biden.
Oh yes, there is. I've seen that.
You mean the Walter with a hand up his ass? That Walter?
Yeah, of Jeff Fafa. Dunham. Fucking love Peanut.
He's got a new character he's going to be doing soon, too. So.
Nobody something minor.
Nobody minor at a press conference. Ah, help! He's got a boner.
Life sucks. Then you die.
I'm Joe Biden. I forgot this.
Here we go.
Oh wait.
Hang on. No, Jay, you stay there. Boom. Wow.
Yeah.
Any blue. Wow.
All right.
Oh, Fred Knotts found it in the live chat.
When the coronavirus printer touches it.
Oh.
Shall I open up this tab?
Go for it.
Perfect. Good team.
I'd vote for Walter.
I would too. I would vote for Walter.
Yeah, here's the problem. Walter would win.
We would.
My wife's having a good time. Pisses me off.
Pisses me off.
Oh, finally.
Here you go.
I just read some news from earlier, yesterday to me, because it's Saturday for me. The people that two of the people that were stealing hand sanitizer from a hospital in Denmark, they finally got arrested.
Oh, good.
I hope they get the book thrown at them.
That tagline.
Yeah.
Ugh. Mm-hmm.
He is so creepy.
And it looks like he's getting the nomination.
I know. That's the Democratic Party shooting themselves in the foot
again.
Every time.
And this is what most Democrats are going to do.
To be honest, my disaster scenario is playing out because I don't like any of the even the third parties have bad.
Wow.
Hold on.
That.
Ooh.
Yeah. Who was that supposed to look like?
The Greens have an anarcho-communist.
Party you're in.
The Libertarians have someone who would have passed as a Republican 5 years ago.
Right.
Oh, I remember that one.
This is just such a great one to meme off of.
Yeah. I was expecting more like Obama Biden memes to like repopulate, but I haven't seen very much recently.
But that calculator meme that reminds me of Louis Rossmann, his fight against the
right to repair
bill. Idiots that have no idea of how the internet works. It's like a lot of tubes, that kind of stupid shit, and they are legislating something that has to do with the internet.
That is so.
Should I move it before Coral notices?
Oh, that's nuts.
Creepy Uncle Joe.
That goes beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that any different than what we got now, though?
No.
Right? No, he's Trump light.
Minus the evil.
Yeah. Well, ish.
I would have been slightly happier for Bloomberg, to be honest. Slightly.
Yeah.
Right. Can we also just let this sit for a moment? The Democratic National Convention, the Democratic National Party, the party of minorities and progressives, and it came down to 2 old white men.
I know. I was just like, seriously. We had the most diverse candidate. And we're back to 2 white dudes. Like, 2 old white dudes. Both of them are so fucking old. And I'm like...
Beautiful.
Really?
I
just want to know, what VP, because depending on the VP, it doesn't matter if they croak within the first 6 months, because then if you have a good VP, then it'll be fine.
Okay.
What if Biden's the nominee and Bernie's the VP?
I highly
one
doubt
dies
that.
within 6 months, and then the other one dies 6 months later.
Well, then whoever is the next in line, so that would be Nancy Pelosi, right?
Yeah, Speaker of the
after the
House.
first president after the first president dies, the new VP to P would choose their own VP. That's how Gerald Ford became president without ever having been elected to an executive office.
Oh wow, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was never elected president or vice president.
Yeah.
Spiro Agnew resigned. He replaced Spiro Agnew, and then Nixon resigned.
For reasons.
I mean, and really, some of the names that have been coming up paired with Biden is scarier than Biden, because some of those names that they've been talking about, I'm like, no.
Let him pick AOC. That would be amazing.
God.
She's not old enough.
There is no age requirement for VP.
Yes, there is.
Yes, because you have to be able to assume the presidency if something goes wrong.
Yeah, you have to be qualified for president to be able to be elected as vice.
Qualified for president?
I would say that
he couldn't pick Obama.
The 2 best options, I think, would be seeing if either Bloomberg would take it or Warren.
Technically, Obama could get a 3rd term.
How?
There's
some legal questions on that.
Yeah, I don't know. According to some of the law podcasts I've been listening to, that would be a hard no.
They say it's a hard no, but there is no actual stipulation that you can't be a vice president once you've been president.
Oh,
well, you have to be eligible to be elected president in order to be a vice president, and he's not eligible.
Show me where it says that in the Constitution.
Yeah. So even if it is, even if it is that you have to be eligible to be elected, let's say that Biden picks Bernie. Biden gets elected, immediately boots Bernie, and then hand selects Obama.
And hangs Pence. While doing,
Is there a confirmation process that would have to be done?
No, there is no confirmation process for vice president.
Okay, I think I'll put myself in a timeout. I need a brain reset. The usual reset before the stupid commencing.
But also, Biden also said though that he was going to pick, or he was leaning towards picking a female.
Not
so they're looking at like, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I haven't seen Hillary's name pop up, but I saw Tulsi Gabbard name was on there. Stacey Abrams, is that the name?
Oh, the Georgia governor Faley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's in the chat. That's what I was thinking.
Cassius Romano said Obama is eligible to be president because it is not a consecutive presidency. Here's the problem: he has already served 2 terms.
Yeah, it's not consecutive.
I don't know enough about American history to know why you can only be president for 2 terms. But
following FDR and so
Amendment 22.
Before Amendment 22, it started out as a gentleman's agreement that they would never serve more terms than Washington did, and Washington served 2 terms and then said, I'm done. I'm not a monarch. I'm out. So up to that point, there was that gentleman's agreement. You can be the president. You can then run again, and you win a second time. Gentleman's agreement. You're done. FDR did not stick to that because of the prolonged crisis state that he inherited with the Great Depression on through into World War II. So he went to the 3rd term.
But it was in times of war, so yeah.
Exactly. But then after FDR is when the 22nd Amendment came around, saying flat out 2-term limit for presidency.
Yep.
It's just that, I mean, like you said in there, I would be fine if it was 2 consecutive terms.
Here's the thing. Here's what Amendment 22 says: no person shall be elected to the office of president more than twice, and no person who has held the office of president or acted as president for more than 2 years of a term to which someone other president was elected shall be elected to the office of president more than once. But this article shall not apply to any person holding office of president when this article was proposed by Congress, yada, yada, yada. Basic disclaimer there.
Okay,
now,
so
here's
it doesn't say that you're not allowed to be president more than twice.
The only variance in that is like let's say someone was vice president and they ascended to presidency within, let's say, under the last 2 years terms of the previous president, they could get reelected twice.
Oh yeah. So like right now, today, Trump dies. Pence becomes president.
Right.
He could do 2 more. He could do 2 terms in addition to this one.
He can be worse than Trump. I'm almost certain.
Now, and this is where they're thinking that Obama, if he was a vice president, could technically serve out another term. If, say, Joe Biden dies in the middle of his term or even slightly before, he is to succeed to president.
Is the election
you're not elected? You're not elected as a vice president, so you can be appointed to be a vice president as a former president serving 2 terms. And
that's the thing.
Become president. Right?
Theoretically, he couldn't run as the vice president. He couldn't be on the vice president ticket. But let's say hypothetically, Biden, the vice president, whoever Biden picks as the vice president were to resign, technically he could be appointed to vice president and then ascend to president.
I don't think so, because the 12th Amendment, which is extremely long, is about election of the president and the vice president, because before the 12th Amendment, it was whoever came in second was the vice president.
Yes.
Well, the loophole is the election there. Like, he couldn't be elected. He couldn't
came in second?
He couldn't run on a vice president ticket, but if he had been appointed vice president, then he could.
There's nothing in the 12th Amendment about qualifications to be elected. The 22nd Amendment only talks about president.
Yes, and the
12th Amendment says president and vice president, how they're elected. The 22nd makes qualifications just for president. So he could run as the vice president, and then on day one, Biden stepped down, let Obama run. Obama would then get 4 years minus 1 day as president. In theory, they could run the same scheme again.
But good luck getting through the election process after that happens.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. If they tried to do something like that, I'm sure the Supreme Court would come out and say, no, this isn't valid, and then promote they'd either make Joe Biden come back to take the presidency, or they would promote the Speaker of the House at that point.
I don't know. That would be interesting.
So let's allow hypothesizing those.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing, is according to Article 2, Section 1, the executive power shall be vested in the President of the United States. He shall hold the office for 4 terms, and together with the Vice President, be chosen for the same term, be elected as follows. And then it goes into explaining how the Electoral College is supposed to work, yada, yada, yada. Then it has a paragraph that was negated due to the 12th Amendment, and then there's another one for removal or death or resignation of the president with the 20th and the 25th Amendments. But there's no actual qualification for the vice president that says that he has to be eligible for the presidency. So
yeah,
that's where the gray.
Let's be realistic here. Obama spent 8 years in office. Okay, he now gets a lifelong paycheck and Secret Service bodyguards, and he spends most of his time on vacation.
Yeah, he's like, I'm good.
Yep.
Do you know how long the vice president gets for Secret Service after the term ends?
Isn't it only a like a handful of years?
Yeah, I thought it was less than 5.
Not even. 6 months.
Oh
god damn.
6 months. Biden just started getting Secret Service protection again because of where he's at in the current running for the next election.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And they had to apply for that.
Yep.
That's funny.
And yet I have guarded Secretary of Defenses that were at 2 years past their service. Well, I'll just leave that where it may and walk away.
Yeah, the whole SecDef and even some of the Joint Chief positions are not exactly have been keeping to the timetable they've supposed to have been in recent years.
But you know what? There were a lot of fucking people that wanted to kill Don Rumsfeld. I'll just say that.
Gee, I wonder why.
2 years. 2 years after he left office.
So let's see here.
I generally forget about the SecDef after they leave office. I don't give them a shit at that point. So.
I don't think it was domestic that was having those ideations.
No, it was very domestic.
Really?
Yeah, it was very domestic.
Here's a good meme.
Wow.
Oh, hang on. Hold it there. And
gotta pin it.
Boo! There we go. Nice.
So we're only
yes, you did.
We're only 15 steps away from Betsy DeVos from being president.
Oh.
Now, in order to get to that, we have to go through Mike Pence, Pelosi, Grassley, Pompeo, Mnuchin, Esper, Barr, Bernhardt.
When do we get to the Secretary of the Interior takes over the
Do
presidency?
we ever get to anybody in that list that I would be okay with?
Probably
Sonny
not.
Perdue, the Secretary of Agriculture. Wilbur Ross, Secretary of Commerce.
Yeah, maybe him. Yeah,
Eugene Scalia, Secretary of Labor. Alex.
Have you ever heard of the book Alas Babylon?
No.
No.
It's I think 80s book. It's about it's in the 50s, Cold War era. Nuke is about to happen, and then it happens. So it's nuclear war between the U.S. and Russia. Small town in Florida, how they survived. That's basically what it's about. Small town surviving nuclear war. And a month after all the mushrooms start growing everywhere, they have their first emergency broadcast from the government after everything died. And it was the Secretary of Agriculture acting as president.
Yeah, that's Sonny Perdue.
Because that's how many people died.
Damn.
It's actually a really good book.
The actual 14th person, which would be the Secretary of Transportation, is not eligible as she is not a natural-born U.S. citizen.
Oh, yeah.
Elaine Chao.
Yeah.
Or Cho. So then skips to Secretary of Energy, Dan Brulette. Then Secretary of Education, number 15. Number 16 is Secretary of Veterans Affairs.
Oh, God.
They should move the Secretary of Homeland Security above Secretary of Veterans Affairs. At least Homeland Security gets some things done right.
How is Homeland Security that far down?
They're young.
Right, I'm surprised.
They're
Yeah,
young.
they're young.
Oh no, yeah, that's what it is. It's when it was created. It was precedence at the time of the creation of the act, and then after that, new offices created.
And who asked for the Secretary of the Interior?
Yep.
That's number 8.
See, I knew it was in there.
It's after the Attorney General, but before the Secretary of Agriculture.
I work for number 5.
And you have red buttons to all of them.
I do. I've got a phone that's got a button to every one of them.
Have you pushed one yet?
The day I get fired, I'm going to push one of them. probably the one that says POTUS.
No, what you need to do is you go through the retirement ceremony, you get all the paperwork signed and everything, and then on your way out the door, lift up the phone, set it down, hit a button, and walk out.
It's no fun if you don't say anything.
Oh, no, see, that's...
Hello?
No,
Hello?
No, you don't say anything. The reason why you don't say anything is that way you don't get punished for it and don't get sent back to active duty and prosecuted and lose the retirement.
All right, well, movie night's starting soon. I'm gonna dip out, grab some alcohol, and then what's up?
Hang on, because this is the last thing we're saying right before we go off air. And Factard, I'm blaming you for this one. Who does number 2 work for?
How about a courtesy flush over there?
All right, thank everyone for coming. It's been fun. Definitely needed it after the last couple weeks. So, yeah, look forward to when Canar with Damar takes place. Probably tomorrow. We'll see what the wife has in mind. And but it is definitely happening this weekend.
Camera up.
No, camera was fine where it was.
That's why I love this crew. All right. We will catch you all next time. Enjoy. Be safe out there. And we'll catch you around.
Later, people.